Greetings, everybody. Yes, the multiverse is coming to an end. Who out there is ready to join us for the end of times? Out there in chat land. Everybody, you ready? Are you ready? I hope you're ready.
I'm not ready!
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. Nope.
That was all 10 Scions. Yes, it was. We will try to play the trailer again at some point over the course of the evening, and it will be up on our YouTube channel when we are done being live here. So if you want to watch it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, you can do that. So
In between games.
In between games, exactly. So, greetings, everybody. It's Tuesday. It's 7-ish. No, it's not. It's 6-ish. That's right. We went live a whole hour earlier today because, oh, there's so much to get through. A single game of OblivAeon, who knows how long it's going to take. Our test game earlier took 2.5 hours, and that's with 4 people who knew exactly what they were doing. So, maybe we'll see you at 3 in the morning. I don't know. But it's time to welcome you all to Sentinels.
Don't even make that joke, Jeremy.
Handelabra Live.
TftA from that.
It's okay, we're going to lose in 15 minutes. It's fine.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for joining us around the digital tabletop while we play tonight Sentinels of the Multiverse, OblivAeon. The goal of these streams is to have some fun while showing you how to play our games as well as covering some strategies that might help you win. Handelabra Games does believe in civil rights for everyone and being as inclusive as possible, which means that any comments or activity actively working against this goal and thus making the lives of marginalized people more difficult are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You have been warned. If you enjoy the show, please do like, share, follow, and subscribe. And be sure to check out all the other shows here on twitch.tv/Handelabra Games. We've got Dolphins Dive, which I believe is currently on Fridays. Is that right?
Yep.
7 Eastern. We got Tales from the Archive, which is usually on Sundays, but occasionally on Saturdays with Zach. We'll introduce him in a minute. We got On Deck, which is Mondays. And you can also join the Handelabra Discord server. Just scroll down, click the thing, sign up. It's free. Why wouldn't you do it? It seems like that's the thing you'd want to do. I'm Jeremy. You can follow me at Mr. J Handel. Joining me as usual is John. Say hi, John.
Hello.
You can follow him at Migrant P, spelled just the way it sounds. Joining us tonight, we have a couple of special guests. Agent Mishap, who's taking some time off from his Sunday afternoons to come over here on Tuesday, is Zach, a.k.a. Another Letdown. Say hi, Zach.
How's it going?
And we have a Greater Than Games denizen joining us this evening as well. Alex from Greater Than Games. Say hi, Alex, and tell us a little bit about yourself, since people who watch our show may or may not know who you are or what you do.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so I have worked at Greater Than Games for a little over a year, mostly dealing with logistics and making it so that the companies that warehouse with us are all really happy. I am technically, I've had several job titles, but I'm basically an account manager.
An account manager. So
I was thinking I hadn't met you before, but I think I've actually met you at a convention before.
It's probably happened, yeah. I've been around.
Yeah, that was exactly it. Like, I remember when I met him as a Greater Than Games, like, actual employee, I'm like, I feel like I've definitely seen him before at Gen Cons or PAXs.
Yeah, before you were a Greater Than Games employee.
Yeah. Exactly. Are you from St. Louis, or did you, like, relocate there? Or how did that work?
I relocated in St. Louis in 2011, having absolutely nothing to do with the founding of Greater Than Games that happened that same year.
Gotcha. Very cool. And you said you've been with them since, I believe you said last December? Not this past December, but the previous.
That's correct, yeah, December 2017.
Right on. Cool. All right, so as we are the developers, you can always be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe see some stuff before anyone else, like tonight, where you're going to get to see OblivAeon mode in the video game for the very first time. You're the first people outside of our beta testing team and our internal team to get to see this, and you're going to see it live, so count yourself as lucky. Our games do include tutorials that cover the basics, but we always do our best to explain exactly what we're doing when we do it and why, and there will be an excess of that tonight, because if you haven't played OblivAeon mode on the tabletop, there's quite a bit to know that sort of takes what you know about Sentinels and remixes it in some really cool and interesting ways. I usually say that we tend to play more than one game in every episode, but I don't know that that's going to happen tonight. We'll see.
One of the things about OblivAeon
there's
mode,
a chance.
it even if you're losing, losing still takes a long time.
Still takes a while.
Oh,
yeah.
so long.
Please do check out our games on iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux, and Steam, and always in good old analog cardboard and ink. Check out Handelabra.com for more info and to see all those things. All right, so let's get into it. Have we all in and we all have all the things installed?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, so this you're all used to. You know, you pick a villain, you pick some heroes, you pick an environment, and then you play. You're probably all familiar with this. This is team mode, where you got multiple villains, multiple heroes, and an environment. So let's go ahead and switch over to the new mode, OblivAeon.
Oh God!
Oh no! So you'll see this silhouette happening in the background here. So the first thing that you need to know about OblivAeon is that, similar to how villains took you from playing against one villain to multiple villains, OblivAeon takes you from having one environment to 5 environments. So part of the discussion tonight was that we were going to mostly try to play somewhat familiar things tonight. So a few things are going to be off the table on the hero side because they're a little bit broken. But we're also going to try and play some standard things. So do we have some thoughts on environments? I kind of figured Insula Primalis because that is, the
Everybody
classic.
knows it. I think that's very straightforward.
Anybody have any other thoughts? I've been
Silver
having some.
Gulch comes immediately to mind as fairly predictable.
I was
Yeah,
also going to say Silver Gulch.
I've been
Both
having.
the wagons are fun.
Yeah, exactly. If we're gonna do something like, so if we've got sort of the standard game, we could do something sort of Baron Blade flavored and go with like a Mordengrad if we want to try something a little bit on the newish side. But we could also do mobile defense
remember,
platform.
Jeremy, we're not playing the new environments here.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is if we want to go Baron Blade flavored, we could do mobile defense platform.
Yeah.
Because that'll do very similar kinds of things. And for those of you eagle-eyed among us, you'll see the environment sort of filling in behind OblivAeon's tentacles here. So we need 2 more. 2 more.
Final Wasteland.
Wasteland's pretty straightforward. I would say that's
Final
reasonable.
Wasteland. Let's find that one. Is that under the... I reorganized mine as alphabetically recently, so I'm having a hard time seeing things because they're not where I expect them to be.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
And then I kind of... Go ahead, Alex. I don't think
I
you
was
picked
going to
one
say,
yet.
if we're feeling mean to ourselves, the Court of Blood is straightforward, just not nice.
I have not played Court of Blood yet in an OblivAeon game, so I think...
Oh boy! All right.
So-
I think
If
that's
it
the
shows
one.
up, we're probably in trouble anyway. So.
The one that I practiced it, I did Court of Blood, and I was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?"
All right, so now we each get to pick a hero, but this is the key with OblivAeon. The first hero you pick is very unlikely to be the hero you finish the game with, whether in a win or a loss condition. So one of the things when picking a hero, oftentimes I find that my first round of heroes, I sort of pick my second or third string with the idea that I'm going to replacing them with my first and second string as the game continues. So I'm actually going to...
Capability you like.
Say again?
Pick someone with an incapacitated ability you like.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And we'll explain how that all works in a little bit. But I'm going to start with just a standard bunker, I think, for this one. Because I like bunker, and bunker has a lot of variants that we could potentially flip into later if I need to. Yeah, which heroes do you want to die first? That's exactly right. And actually, so while the rest of the team is picking their heroes, I'll sort of mention this. So the way that OblivAeon mode works, that's different than any other type of Sentinels, is that incapacitation of heroes is not a loss condition in OblivAeon mode. The only loss condition in OblivAeon mode is all 5 of these environments being completely destroyed. And what that means is, well, you'll understand this more when we get into the game, but there are specific rules that have to do with removing an environment from play and hence from existence. If 4 of them get removed from play so that there's only 1 left, the multiverse is destroyed and it's the end of the world. The end of the worlds, as it were. You can actually incapacitate as many heroes as you want throughout the course of the game. And so it is not uncommon. Sorry, go ahead.
When you say the only way to lose, you're forgetting a certain scion.
Right, okay. Yes. But, that's the sort of standard loss condition. As is typical, Christopher does not like to have there be just a simple answer. It's like, oh, you could lose all these things, or you could be removed from existence by the final wasteland. Yes, there are all kinds of alternate conditions, and if we get there, we'll get there. But for now, just know that the most important thing is not to let all 5 environments get destroyed. And we'll talk about how that happens once we get the game started. All right, so it looks like everybody's picked something. It looks like we got Bunker, Wraith, Naturalist, and Scholar. Does that seem about right? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep.
So the last thing I'm going to mention before we actually start this game is this little button over here that says Shield and Scions. So the default is that you'll get a random shield to start and a random scion to start. OblivAeon has 3 phases that you have to pass through in order to defeat him. Or it, I should say. But before you can do any of that, you've got to get rid of an OblivAeon shield. There is the Arc of Unreality, Ceaseless Ruin, Effusion of Pain, Primary Objective, and the Source of Foes. These each have different conditions that you have to deal with. You'll notice that they are also color-coded. We're going to let that be random, so we'll see what we get. And each of them, one of them is you have to flip a certain number of objectives. Another one might be you have to remove a certain number of Aeon men. But we're going to keep that on random. And then on the Scions, we're going to keep it as a random Scion order, but there are 10 of them. And they sort of come out at the beginning of the game. As they get destroyed, new ones come out. There are other cards that can bring other ones out. And they're all kinds of badness. There's Dark Mind, Void Soul, and Master, Nixius, the Chosen, Sanction, Empyrean, Board the Unstable, Raynek, Kel, Voss, a.k.a. Grand Warlord Voss, Faultless, and Progeny. And again, we're going to keep this. You can actually, if you want, you can reorder them to come out in an order that you choose, because these are rules that are supported on the tabletop. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep it on random. So it's going to be a completely random. We'll see what we can do. We were 90% sure we were going to lose our test game way earlier than we did. And as John was saying earlier, like, OblivAeon mode, even if you're losing, it can still take quite a bit of time to lose. So, all right. So that should give you a pretty basic overview. We'll get into some other specific rules as we go. Everyone go ahead and ready up, and we will get into this.
Oh, Lord, don't let us screw up.
Oh, we will. We will.
Inevitably. I mean, we've got me here. Agent mishap for a reason.
All nations will crumble and collapse. The end has come. Lieutenant Tyler Vance reporting for duty, sir. We'll hold the line for as long as we can. And here we go. So you see, I believe the first environment was Insula Primalis, and the second environment is Silver Gulch. So those will be the two that begin the game. And here it is. An OblivAeon turn. You see OblivAeon dead center. You got your first battle zone off to the left. You got your second battle zone off to the right. Oh, Citizen says, "Oh, I love the speech bubble for OblivAeon. That was that was just added today." We're very excited. We got all kinds of cool new stuff to show you. All right, so let's see what happens when I hit start game. So first, the source of foes is the one that we got. John.
Well, that's what we played earlier.
Let's
so
not pick one. It'll just be fun to get a random one. Source of foes is really tough because you have to kill 4 Aeon men in one turn in order to get rid of it. So we'll explain what that means in a minute. So Aeon Master comes out as a result of the source of foes. Here comes, I believe that's Faultless. Oh. Yes, Scion Dialogue, indeed. And now we have the Inevitable Destruction card. And we'll talk a little bit about what that means in a moment. And OblivAeon plays Impending Doom. And then the top 3 cards of the Aeon Men deck. So we got a Vassal, a Thrall, and...
They're in so many windows. Yep, there are lots of places in OblivAeon mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I complain all the time about not being able to keep track of things. This is going to be fun.
All right, so before we actually start playing here, let me go over a couple of these things. So first off, you got OblivAeon here. So you'll notice he has 10,000 HP. That's easy. We'll get through that in, a round? And as I mentioned, OblivAeon has 3 phases. So this is phase 1. I can flip this to get to phase 2 here, and then flip it again to get to phase 3. We will deal with the phases later. Then you've got the Source of Foes. Bring forth the Aeon Master. OblivAeon is immune to damage. This is the key with the shields, is they make OblivAeon completely immune to damage until you get rid of the shield. At the end of OblivAeon's turn, play the top card of the Aeon Men deck. When 4 or more Aeon Men are destroyed by heroes in one turn in either battle zone, flip this card. We'll talk about battle zones in a minute. Then we have the Scion Reserve. This is underneath this are all of the remaining Scions. As I mentioned, there were 10 of them. 2 are in play, therefore there are 8 left. And this explains here what happens when an environment is removed from the game. And how that happens is the Inevitable Destruction card. At the start of OblivAeon's turn, if there are 12 or more Devastation tokens on this card, remove 12 Devastation tokens from the card, then remove the environment in the battle zone with OblivAeon from the game, following the environment removal rules on the top card of the Scion Reserve. Basically, it goes away, OblivAeon, I think, moves, he hits everything for a ton of irreducible damage, you usually get your entire team incapacitated, and then you put a new environment into play. That's the sort of short answer. We'll talk about it later when we get to that. And then the countdown here, boom, 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 when this gets to 0, similar things happen, I believe, right?
Yeah, and it makes him switch pages.
And he makes him switch pages, right. And that's the other thing. I'll bring up the Source of Foes again. So if we can destroy 4 Aeon Men in a single turn, this card flips, so it's the shield phase 2. He's no longer immune to damage, but he does all this other nastiness from side 2, counteraction aura. After any hero uses a power, move them to the other battle zone and play the top card of the Aeon Men deck. At the start of OblivAeon's turn, if there are no Aeon Men in either battle zone, play the top card of the Aeon Men deck and remove this card from the game, and then he's officially unshielded. All right. Have I covered all the stuff that is impertinent at this moment, John?
damage being increased by H is pretty important. That's something to mention. And he's also immune to damage dealt by himself.
And that's always. He's always immune to damage dealt by himself.
Yeah.
Which is important because he often does damage to absolutely everything in the game. And so he's immune to himself because of that.
Yeah. So one thing you might want to show is you can click on the other battle zone to sort of get details of what's there. You might notice that we're actually using what we call the micro cards for the first time on the desktop here. And so because there's too much to show all full, but you can always click on the other battle zone and pull it up.
Cool. All right. And actually, it might as well spend some time talking about Aeon Master. So basically, each of the Scions are kind of sort of villains in their own right that have their own sort of things that they do and reactions that they have. So Aeon Master here is basically, on this side, whenever you hit him, he's going to play another Aeon Man. He's going to do lots of other things. And I should also probably cover all these extra decks that we have here. So on OblivAeon's turn, OblivAeon plays an OblivAeon card. Then there's the Aeon Men deck, which gets played for various different reasons. And then, of course, there's the Scion deck, which if there is a Scion who is acting during that villain turn, they play a card instead of from a villain deck, they play it from the Scion deck. This is why you want to play this game digitally and not physically. Because we do all of that for you.
Shameless self-promotion.
And then there's the mission deck, don't forget.
Oh my goodness, of course, the mission deck. So this is honestly, in my opinion, the coolest new mechanic here, which is that these are missions, and in fact, I'll explain it by way of going through it real quick as Bunker. So first and foremost, in the regular game, you have start of turn, then you have play a card, use a power, draw a card, and end of turn. 5 phases. In OblivAeon now, you also have pre-start of turn and post-end of turn, so 2 new phases which allow you to do additional things. Like, so for instance, in the pre-start of turn here, I can switch battle zones. Do I want to switch battle zones? I'm in Battle Zone 1. OblivAeon is in Battle Zone 1. I don't think I want to be with OblivAeon just now, since he's immune to damage and he's going to hurt me a lot. So I'm going to move to Battle Zone 2. Boom. So you just saw me flip. Now I'm no longer in Insula Primalis. Now I'm at Silver Gulch. And the other thing I get to choose is what I want to do in terms of rewards. I can take on the objective, I can shuffle the mission deck. If I have incapacitated heroes in my play area, I can use an incapacitated ability. If I already have an objective, I can trade it with another person. This menu will get longer as we go. Alright, so we've got time and again. Let's take a look at this. This is an objective. At the end of your turn, each player may discard any number of cards, then shuffle any number of hero trash piles into their decks. If at least 12 cards were shuffled into decks this way, flip this card. Then you flip it, and what would you get? You would get the Chronoist, a 14 hit point hero target. At the end of your turn, you and one other player may each play a card. If neither of you do, this card deals 1 target 3 melee and 3 energy damage. So this is the sort of mechanic here, is there's a thing you need to do on this side. If you do it, you get the thing on the other side. And the cool thing about these is if you do get incapacitated and you've unlocked these rewards, they stick around so that the new hero that you choose can regain those rewards later. That's another one of the things you can do in the pre-start of turn. I'm actually not going to take this on because it's a little early for this. We're not going to have a lot to shuffle. I guess the question is does somebody else want to take this, or should I shuffle the mission deck?
I mean, yeah, either take it or shuffle it. Don't skip for the next person.
Okay.
Right. I generally find the faster we can start getting missions and getting those completed, that's the best chance we have of winning. So.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, so I shuffled it, so we got a new one, and you always get to see what the top one of this deck is. It's unlike other decks in that way, and so now we have the Infusion of Power, which we can talk about when we get to the next turn. All right, so I'm going to... So we need to destroy 4 Aeon Men in a turn. There's only 3, which means I probably don't want to destroy them. So maybe I will Adhesive Foam Grenade and then keep the environment from doing anything nasty. Thoughts?
Yeah, or chip away at
reasonable.
Faultless. Either way.
Yeah, you know what? This early, that's fine. I'll get the Grenade Launcher and I'll hit Faultless for a couple.
Yeah.
And actually, maybe I'll take that Locust down. Because I think, one of the things about Aeon Men which are interesting is that if OblivAeon destroys an Aeon Men, they have alternate things that happen. So if OblivAeon destroys this card, move OblivAeon to this battle zone and play the top card of OblivAeon's deck, which means that we don't want that. That's a bad thing.
That's real bad.
So even if we can't get 4, we might not want to keep the Locust around. So, and I'll hit the Vassal for 1, so they're down to 4. All right, excellent. I draw Flat Cannon, and then we're going to go to John, who's going to be playing the Wraith.
All right. So I can narrate some stuff if you want, Jeremy, and you can follow along.
Sure.
So before I decide what battle zone I want to be in, I usually have a look at the mission deck. And so Infusion of Power is on top. At the end of my turn, if there's only 2 heroes in this battle zone, one hero character card might deal itself 4 psychic damage and flip the card. So I can easily get this by going to the second battle zone with Bunker. So I'm probably going to do that. But yeah, looking at this shield, so generally the way to progress at the start of the game is to try to get the shield gone, because then you can start. If we can get him to, if we remove the shield, we can get him to flip to the next page in a way that helps us, as opposed to is terrible.
Yeah.
It's really difficult with the shield, but we can try. In the first battle zone, so part of it's nefariously set up by Christopher that there aren't enough Aeon men in the game at the start of the game.
Yeah.
to do this. An Aeon Master is in the wrong battle zone. So we can try hitting Aeon Master to make more Aeon men come out, but that can be pretty tricky. So at the moment, I'm just going to turn tail and go to the second battle zone and think about... basically, the entire landscape could be totally different by next round, so I'm not going to try to think too far ahead. Especially with this shield. So, all right. So I'm grabbing Infusion of Power. I also want to look at Impending Doom, which is an ongoing card in this battle zone, which is one of the more notorious cards. At the start of this villain turn, which means the Scion turn in this battle zone, if OblivAeon is here, he deals each non-Scion target 9,999 infernal damage. And worse than that, it moves the countdown token 1 space. If you play OblivAeon enough, you will know that moving the countdown token 1 space is worse than 10,000 damage.
Yeah,
true.
It's easy to come back from 10,000 damage, but you can't move the countdown back up.
It's easy to come back from 10,000 damage. John Arnold 2019.
Hashtag overheard.
We have no way to deal with this card right now.
Right.
I don't have a grappling hook, and Naturalist doesn't have anything. So I think if we want to avoid Impending Doom to go off, we might want to have keep 2 heroes in Battle Zone 1 and 2 heroes in Battle Zone 2, so that OblivAeon is less likely to move over here.
Yep.
That's my immediate thinking. So I think I'm going to hit Faultless with a stun bolt to keep him from dealing as much damage. He mostly makes ourselves deal damage, but at least it'll reduce a little bit.
Janagro, 10,000 damage, and all you need is a knife. Amen to that.
So I'm going to hit Faultless, who is a really
ironic?
helpful Scion when he flips over, but for now, it's not helpful.
Oh yeah, Redirection to Voss is sweet when it's 9,999 damage.
All right, and since I've got the Infusion Power, I don't mind taking the 4 damage for it.
All right, so that flips.
The mission.
All right, before anybody does a thing, let me pop that open because we didn't look at that yet. So the Apex of Humanity! Reward ongoing. Increase damage dealt by your hero by 1. Reduce damage dealt to your hero by 1. Whenever your hero uses a power, they regain 1 HP. Look at that sexy person on that card.
Jeremy, I feel like that needs to be read more like the Apex of Humanity.
The Apex of Humanity. Increase damage dealt to your hero by 1.
There we go.
All right, much better.
All right, so noting that, taking into account John's suggestion of keeping myself and the Scholar in Battle Zone 1, that seemed strong. I'm noting that Create Contraption is on top of the deck right now, and I have no equipment cards,
and neither does the Scholar.
Neither does the Scholar. So it seems like, well, first of all, I'm going to stay in the second zone, or stay in the first zone, and I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle the deck.
Do it.
Sure.
All right.
Ooh, and we got probably my favorite one. This is a true hero in the end. At the end of your turn, each hero may deal themselves 2 psychic damage. Whenever a hero takes damage this way, add 1 token to this card. When there are 6 tokens on this card, flip this card. And when you flip it, you get a Brother's Sacrifice, which is a reward that when a hero target would be destroyed or reduced to 0 or fewer HP, you may prevent that damage and make all hero targets immune to damage at the start of your next turn. That's a
so
super...
in case anyone's wondering who's not familiar with OblivAeon on the tabletop, the reason why you can see the top card of this is because these are double-sided cards, and so you can always read the top card of the deck.
Right.
Not necessarily obvious.
Yeah. One thing to know with this reward, though, is that it's then remove this card from the game. meaning you
Yeah.
don't get it back.
Yeah, it's a one shot, one time, and then done.
One and done shield.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a super shield.
So my thought here, if we're going to be standing in a battle zone with OblivAeon, preventing damage seems strong. Not that, you know. So, I was thinking of running and done. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have offensive transmutation, but I can't use it against OblivAeon because he's immune to damage. So
Right. So I was thinking just run up Indomitable Force and put myself at DR1.
Yeah.
And then, considering this cards in hand, I might just grab the Croc, and we'll see what we can leverage next turn. There it is.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I've played regular Naturalist in an OblivAeon game. I tend to randomize and end up with the Hunted Naturalist, which is awesome because you usually get multiple forms going at once.
Oh yeah, Hunted Naturalist is sick.
yeah, I mean,
Which
both
is-
are just
Correct. Which
Yeah.
is why I went with Vanilla Naturalist out of the gun. I'm like,
Exactly.
we can bring Hunted in later.
Yeah.
okay. So true to what we said, I will stay in Battle Zone 1, and I will go ahead and take this card because it seems like if someone's going to take it, I should.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so just a reminder, everybody, whenever we hit Aeon Master, another Aeon Man is going to come out. Well, not whenever, the first time in a turn.
Right. Yeah. So do we want me to go ahead and do that? I mean, I can get out of the way and just plink them, or I can just heal myself up.
Yeah, so the trick here, and again, as John sort of alluded to earlier, is the fact that, we don't have enough in either battle zone to just do this. And part of the way OblivAeon plays is going to be messing with any sort of long-term strategy we have for getting lots of Aeon men out.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm fine with hitting him to get more out now with the hopes that it'll help us set us up for later, but I'm far from the strategic genius on any of these streams.
Yeah.
So.
He is going to destroy all of them wherever he is, whether it's in this battle zone or in the other battle zone.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
It's also hopefully, like ideally for us, Aeon Master will go to the other battle zone for some reason and make more Aeon men there, and OblivAeon will stay where he is. And I mean, even if OblivAeon just stays where he is and plays 3 Aeon men in the other battle zone, we'll be better set up to deal with them. So.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm going to go ahead and do Transmutive Recovery, just because that way I'm drawing cards and maybe I'll get something that'll help us combo something in a future turn to kill all those Aeon men at the right time.
So many proverbs and so many axioms.
All of them.
That's good. That like everyone using a power on one turn is a good way to potentially kill everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So just a couple interface things I wanted to mention real quick. So you'll probably notice that in the corner of every play area, there's a little number, first or second. That's so that, yes, you could probably figure it out from looking at the background, but a lot of times if there's a lot of cards, it might be obscuring the background. This is a quick way for you to sort of look and see which battle zone various things are in. So that's obviously important.
Yeah. You can also right-click on any hero to see what battle zone they're in, or OblivAeon, and so on too. So there's always multiple ways. Yeah. Probably both want to do this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so someone says that OblivAeon's battle zone is hidden at the moment. It kind of is. We're actually we're in internal talks right now about whether that number should appear above or below cards that are in play, because you can still see the 1 and it's colored green, whereas the 2 is colored red. And we understand that colorblind stuff like that's not 100%, but the shape of the 1 and the shape of the 2, you can still see the number even if you can't see the complete first label. So we're trying to find ways to make it as best as possible. Obviously, there's a lot going on in a OblivAeon game, so it's hard to.
There's a lot in the screen that they're all fighting for attention.
All right, so out comes Wave of Oppression. This is from the Scion deck. So we are in I think we actually blew right past the first environment turn.
Yeah, it was a volcanic eruption, which then the Wave of Oppression immediately destroyed.
Got it. Okay, so there's a volcanic eruption, and then we move into what would be the villain turn, but it's actually the first villain turn. And we get Wave of Oppression. This is a Scion card. Destroy 1 non-target environment card. The Scion with the lowest HP deals each non-villain target 2 psychic damage, and then each player discards 1 card.
In this case, it doesn't matter.
And actually, I don't think we covered this explicitly, so let me just go ahead and say this. OblivAeon turn, hero turn, hero turn, hero turn, hero turn. first battle zone environment, first battle zone Scion, second battle zone environment, second battle zone Scion, and then back to OblivAeon. Yeah, Mimi Jones says maybe put the number on a square so it doesn't get lost in the environment. Yeah, we've played with a couple of different ways to show that, and it's an ongoing, evolving process. You know, you're definitely seeing a non-final build of the game, so you know that may evolve still.
Everything is still in iteration.
Yeah, and there are at least 2 heroes that we are explicitly not playing tonight because they break things, because the game is definitely still in testing.
Which kind of made me sad, honestly, because like all day I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna play Skyscraper. It's gonna be great."
Yeah, so explicitly, Skyscraper and the Sentinels are the 2 heroes that are not allowed to be played tonight. Most of what they do still works, but there's enough things that don't quite work that we were like, better hold them for the first look.
Yeah, as you might imagine, those heroes are weird about switching with other heroes.
Yeah, and Bishop083 says exactly what I said this afternoon when we were playing our test game. Guys isn't on the list? No, Guys is not on the list.
Yeah. I mean, if you can deal with Stuntman, you can deal with Guys.
Well, and what David, who does most of our engine programming for Sentinels these days, said was that the vast majority of things that are funky about how Guys works are actually the same as the way that OblivAeon works. And so as a result, a good number of the OblivAeon things we've actually already solved with Guys, and therefore, you know, they actually interact with each other mostly okay. That's not to say that there aren't still things that, you know, Guys is still Guys, but, you know, it's not as bad as you would expect. You know, with Skyscraper, a lot of it has to do with the fact that she can be switching sizes and character cards. And obviously, there's a lot of shenanigans with character cards that happen in this game. You don't only have the one that is the hero that you're playing in your play area. And so having to switch between them and having different ones available and other things becomes a thing. Which is coincidentally also why the Sentinels are tricky, because they have 4 character cards. One of the bugs that's actually been fixed, but one of the ones that I discovered very early on, was that if you have other incapacitated heroes in the same play area with the Sentinels, and then you try to use Second Chance, for instance, you were able to revive a full hero that wasn't one of the Sentinels. And so it was like a whole thing.
Yeah. And that's not intended by Christopher, but, you know, that was just what the programming was doing.
Right.
It's like, yeah, find an incapacitated hero character card and flip it over.
Yep. All right, so I'm sort of talking over this, but a lot of the Aeon men are sort of doing their things, you know, as is typical. Yeah. They are sort of, you know, they're minions. They do things, you know, so like they're doing damage, or they're healing their brethren, or they're doing all kinds of nonsense. So
an explosives wagon is not helping. I mean, it will help, but right now it wasn't helping.
All right, so OblivAeon plays Tear through Reality. Let's talk about what that card says. 1 shot. Move OblivAeon to the battle zone with the most hero targets, which means he probably did not move, because I think there's 2 in each right now, right?
Correct.
OblivAeon deals each target 2 energy damage.
That's interesting, though. There probably should be a decision there. You should get to move him to whichever one you want.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's something that actually hasn't come up, but
add it to the list. OblivAeon deals each target 2 energy damage and 2 psychic damage. Add 1 devastation token, to the inevitable destruction card.
So one thing you can learn playing OblivAeon mode is that you usually don't want to press choose for me when OblivAeon is dealing a lot of damage, because the order can matter a lot. So, for instance, if we hit Aeon Master, he's going to play an Aeon Man. If we hit Aeon Locust, it's going to destroy it and play the top card of OblivAeon's deck, which could help us by having him move to the battle zone or something, or maybe that hurts us. So there's different results can happen based on, you know, what we do.
Yeah, and of course it says 2 energy damage and 2 psychic, but he also has +4. Yeah. So he's gonna wipe out all of these Aeon men if we just let it happen. So yeah. All right, we'll hit Aeon Master. We'll get another Vassal. Yeah, and then so this is what we were talking about earlier. So these Aeon men, if OblivAeon destroys this card, move OblivAeon to this battle zone and play the top card of the OblivAeon deck. If you're looking at a warrior, if OblivAeon destroys this card, OblivAeon deals the hero target with the highest HP 7 energy damage. So they all have sort of like, if we destroy them, fine. If OblivAeon destroys them, things happen. So
yeah, so here's an example. Like, would we rather the Scholar, or like if we destroy the Aeon Warrior now, it'll be a choice between who takes the damage If we don't, it's going to be Naturalist because Naturalist is going to have more hit points.
Right.
So if we want the Scholar to take that damage, we would want to hit the Aeon Warrior now. But Naturalist does have damage reduction, so it probably makes sense for Naturalist to take it anyways.
Yeah.
So I guess everyone's AFK, so I'm just choosing.
Oh, yeah. I was too busy discussing.
Well, here we're all talking, so.
Right.
All right, here you go, Naturalist. Have 10 damage.
Ow! Go home, OblivAeon.
I mean, you didn't want to play this character anyway, right?
No, definitely not.
Do we want to hit the heroes or see what Aeon Locust has in store for us?
Oof.
I kind of like the idea of Aeon Locust because potentially that gets, if it then causes Oblivion to move, we still have 2 other Aeon men in this battle zone, plus Aeon Master, so it's easy to have 3 to...
That's true.
So that brings out Unbracing Smite.
So we shouldn't have hit the warrior, but it ends up being he just hits you more anyways.
Oblivion deals to 2 hero targets with the highest HP, 3 infernal damage each. If a hero character card is dealt damage this way, destroy one of the hero's non-character cards.
Yeah, so these heroes are getting knocked out this round.
We'll be
yeah,
fine. What are you
definitely.
talking about?
Everything is fine.
And I think we can just choose for me at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. Yeah. OblivAeon is the worst GM.
All right, so Naturalist has been incapacitated.
Yep, he sure has.
I guess the Scholar might be alive.
Scholar maybe, yeah, he... Nope, well,
I guess that Aeon Warrior choice was who's getting incapped, and it was the Naturalist.
All right, so then here's a bit of UI you haven't seen yet. So when actually maybe you have, because I think it's the same piece of UI that we use for like Representative of Earth. But basically, when you've been incapacitated, so now you got to pick a new hero. On the tabletop, this is go to the box, grab a new hero deck, and start playing. And here's how this works in the video game. So who are you going to be taking over, Naturalist?
It's an important strategic decision here because there are so many Aeon men in the other battle zone. So can we bring a hero who can like kill all of the Aeon men? Right?
yeah. I mean,
I think
Tempest would have a shot at that.
Haka, if he gets a rampage.
If you want to be sure, one player could be Legacy and the other Setting Sun Ra, and with the Explosives Wagon.
Well, I'm still alive,
Right.
and I have Proverbs and Axioms in my hand.
Oh, right, you're still alive, right? So, oh yeah, Providence Axiom. So yeah, so something that can do area damage, and if we can soften everyone up, then we need to kill 4, and there's 3 of them at 4 health and 1 at 5. So I think we should be able to manage it.
So you were suggesting Setting Sun Ra?
Setting Sun Ra is good because you're guaranteed 2 damage to the field, and there's Explosives Wagon, so that's 3 damage to the field. So
Can do.
Yeah, Bella Sorciere, I tend to be the same way. They say I'm lazy on the tabletop game and I just get a variant of my current hero. Here comes Ra, joining the game. Boom.
yeah, on the tabletop, you don't want to have to dig out another deck.
So that's all taking place in the first battle zone at the moment. So I will not move.
Oh yeah, we're going to be in the second battle zone.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
Oh.
fine. You can.
Yeah, you have the opportunity to move
That's
again
right,
at the
I'll
beginning of
move
the
again.
turn.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so
So yeah, if anything you can get down to 3 health that Ra can mop up,
okay.
that's going to be...
Yeah, so I will stay in the second battle zone. And let's take a look at this. Create contraption. And did we talk about this already? At the end of your turn, each player may discard any number of cards whenever an equipment is discarded this way. Add a token when there are 5 tokens. Flip it, and you're getting Chekhov's hairdryer. So,
yeah, like you and me can almost get this on our own.
yeah,
So
I'll take this.
So here's a story from Sentinel Comics RPG that didn't make it into the letters page today. My Wraith player is obsessed with the hairdryer, and
Nice.
literally every roll has been her creating something out of a hairdryer.
Nice work.
It's wonderful.
Wow.
oh yeah, so that was our first replaced hero, and that's the first time we saw that screen of a hero coming in and having words with OblivAeon. So
I called it out. It was moving kind of quickly, but I tried to call it
Yeah.
out when it happened. So, all right. So then, in that case, yeah. So we're in the second.
Yeah, if you just ping some of those with your grenade launcher, we'll be fine, I think.
So I think, should I, like, adhesive foam grenade and then just ping some of the things?
Sure.
All right.
That works.
Yeah, honestly, just I can swap zones and Proverbs and Axiom so that Ra can do this thing twice. So as long as you aren't killing them, he can probably just wipe them all.
Okay. Yeah, man, I don't have anything
Ra
else to do.
Ra will be able to do it just on his turn, so...
Yeah, so...
All right, so I'll take one of these 5s down to...
And then potentially we can even flip the shield the other way if we can... Like, if we can also kill the... Is there no Ant-Man in... There's one in your battle zone with the Scholar, so I don't know if you can kill him on your own. With Grace Under Fire. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, so I will discard my flak cannon. So that's 1, and that's... I guess I'll discard my minions unit too. Healing is not a thing you do a ton of in OblivAeon games, I find, unless it just sort of happens.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to destroy your grenade launcher, you're not going to need it after you've got Chekhov's hairdryer.
That's true.
Can I destroy? It says at the end of your turn, each player may discard any number of cards, but I don't think you can destroy.
From your hand, yeah.
I'm thinking of the T-Rex.
Yeah, there's a different one that you can, yes.
Yeah. Actually, I have 3 equipment anyway, so I'm just going to discard them for you.
Nice.
Because the hairdryer is really, really good, so...
All right, so boom. Chekhov's hairdryer flips, so now I have that. All right, Wraith, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so I'm thinking... I can come... If I come over... So I think... Is there enough things at 3 health now? Like, I just want to see if... Can Ra take care of business without the Wraith hitting anything? If so...
Yeah, there's 3/2/2 right now, so...
3/2/2 and then 4/4/4.
4/4, yeah.
And you can ping something with Living Conflag to get it down to... So you can destroy the 4 things on your own?
I think so.
So if we look at the other side of the shield, so now we want to know what this is. So at the start of OblivAeon's turn, if there are no Aeon Men in either battle zone, play the top card of the Aeon Men deck. That's actually really tough to do with Aeon Master still around, because Aeon Master plays the top card of the Aeon Men deck at the end of the villain turn. So now I think now we need to go, like, I need to start going and killing Aeon Master.
Probably.
If I don't need to help get those guys. So I'm going to go to the first battle zone and start killing Aeon Master at this point. Oh, great. The last wager. The best objective.
So Mimatone brings something up. Jeremy said, discarded this way while reading created contraption, and I wanted to point out that it doesn't care how you discard equipments. That is true. However, the discussion here was between discarded versus destroyed, and there is no way in the post end of turn to destroy a card that is in play. So you're right. It discarded. Yeah. It is just discarded. But this was in reference to there's another one of the rewards that has to do with it allows you to destroy or discard, and any that enter the trash this way are counted. And so that was what the discussion was there.
All right. The last wager is actually really unlikely to get with just. Oh wait, there's a bunch of us in the first battle zone, so I'll take it. It's terrible, but. I'll trade it in for something else if needed. So I'll just play Suit Yourself since I don't have anything else. And yeah, I'm going to start hitting Aeon Master, even though it makes more Aeon Men.
Yeah, we need to get rid of them.
This is Aeon Master, like playing Aeon Men is part of the reason why it's so difficult to get this shield, because that condition about the start of OblivAeon's turn is like almost impossible to deal with.
Yeah.
All right. So, is everyone here okay with discarding a card?
Yeah.
Sure.
Then we'll just choose for me.
Yeah, and ends in 53 about healing. My first OblivAeon game I played as Medico in a 5-hero game. We beat OblivAeon with 0 hero in caps. Healing was awesome. I'm not saying healing is a thing that you cannot use as a legitimate strategy. What I'm saying is, like, heal for 1 HP, 1 hero for 1 HP is a thing that has very limited usefulness in a game where, you know, all of a sudden OblivAeon is doing 20 irreducible damage to everything on the field.
Right.
It's not to say if you commit to it and you really go for it with a hero that's all about it, great. But in the particular situation I was talking about, like, there's very unlikely Bunker's going to play the maintenance unit and use it to any great effect. So
I have moved to battle zone number 2. What does it say? At the end of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck. You may discard a card or put it into play. Otherwise, if you discarded an equipment card, flip this card.
And you also have the option to use an incap ability now because you have a knockout here.
right.
Yes. Which gives us... One hero may use a power, destroy an ongoing card, or until the start of your next turn, hero targets are immune to damage from environment targets.
Destroying Impending Doom might not be a bad idea.
So real quick, I just want to say this. So Brian the Wolf Hunter points out Naturalist in-cap card is still there. That's right, because that is the way that you keep track of who has been in-capped. So this in-cap card and any more that show up will stay in that play area, so you can pop them open to see what your in-cap abilities are that you might use in your pre-started turn.
Yep. So I used the in-cap ability on Naturalist's card to destroy Impending Doom.
Nice.
And so what did we say? Living Conflagration into base power.
Or at this point, you could just, if you have Staff of Ra, you have enough damage.
That's what.
Yeah.
Kill even more. So you kill all the Aeon men. So.
Yep. So summon staff. Get the staff.
This
Grab
is
Solar
the
Flare.
third
That's
round,
quite
Take
nice,
Walker,
actually.
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the second round? It's still only the second round?
This is
This is round 2.
Second round.
We only started 20 minutes ago, Take Walker. Like, actually started playing the game.
Yeah, we had a lot of sort of setup and discussion, and we showed the trailer, so there was all kinds of fun stuff going on.
Oh, you didn't go for the solar flare.
Yeah, I'm realizing that I made a mistake here. If I had gone Solar Flare, I'd do way more.
Oh, sure, we can... I mean, it's not going to matter. It's only going to be 1 more point to Faultless, but... Really...
Yeah, but it's 1 point to Faultless.
If you want, we can rewind.
Whatever.
I think having the Staff of Ra around is going to be good long term, right?
Longer term, yeah.
If there is a
So
longer
this is going
term.
to be, what, 3 to everything?
If you get another turn, you might want to have that Staff of Ra.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
That's right, it does say pre-start and post-end. That is exactly what they are called internally, and now in the video game.
Yeah.
And this will wipe the board of Aeon Men.
Before
Or
the
this-
start of your
this
turn
one.
and after the end of your turn are a little too long, so we made a short form.
So the trailer will go up. We obviously played it at the beginning of the stream here. It's going to go up on YouTube once we're no longer live tonight. I'll push a button once we're done, and you'll be able to rewatch it as many times. We're going to try and play it at least one more time. Maybe if we need to take like a bio break somewhere at the 2-hour mark, maybe we'll play it then, and then we'll be back. But you'll definitely be able to see it at some point this evening.
All right, so the shield did flip.
Yep, it sure did.
Huzzah!
And we got imbued fire kicking around too if we need it for added damage boost.
Yeah, so Setting Sun Ra took some stuff out of the game because that's how he rolls.
Yep, he's burning out.
All right, Scholar.
I seem to be consistently behind you in
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
I tend to move kind of quickly.
You can always hit tab to fast forward through any of the things that are happening. Or the fast forward button in the bottom right of the screen.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm staying in Battle Zone 1. And
With your 5 hit points. But you're the Scholar. You're fine.
my 5 hit points, I really don't want the Digital Age because I have so many equipment in my deck. Does anyone want me to leave it for them? Or shall I shuffle?
Oh, were you planning to stay in Battle Zone 1, or did you mean to go to Battle Zone 2?
Oh, no, I meant to stay.
Oh, then we should rewind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so Brian the Wolf Hunt, I'm assuming that if you don't have the variant unlocked, therefore you don't own it, you can't use it in game. That is correct.
We struggled with that earlier.
Oh, Sockfoot asks, do the cards that Ra removed from the game stay removed if Ra Horus of Two Horizons joins the field later? John?
No. They go back to the box, and so they come back.
They come back. There you go.
Alex, yeah, rewind. There we go. Everyone needs to vote for that. Yeah. Oh, wait. We were thinking maybe of trading something. Is that... No, wait. I've got The Last Wager. Yeah, that's nah. The Digital Age is not useful. I mean, it's sort of useful. You can discard a card to play a random card, but so I don't know if you want that. But it's not better than True Here in the End, so I'd probably just shuffle.
Shuffle, cool. Mostly, I just want to know if anyone else wanted it because I don't do that stuff.
I don't feel like that one is a super strong reward unless you also have a parse or other damage boosters.
Right.
Or if you have the OblivAeon shard, then it's crazy good, but
right.
You need to have both of the multiple rewards to help with that one.
See, Proverbs and Axioms. Do you want it? Or I can just Grace Under Fire for 4 damage or 3 damage to Handmaster.
I mean, I don't think you should dismiss anything at this phase because that is my favorite card in the entire universe. I love the randomness and the wackiness that ensues when you don't dismiss anything, but I'm fine with being outvoted.
Depend. I guess you have 5 hit points, and it's
So I'm assuming I'm going to die. I am just assuming that. But sure, I can don't dismiss anything if I don't.
You don't dismiss anything, you might get the card that reduces all damage to you to 0.
Yeah, but let's find out.
So it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Sure. Oops.
Well, you get to do a little damage anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And a utility belt.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's a good pickup.
Preferences on Handmaster? Ping him.
Yeah.
Yes, let me get Oblivion.
So Jeremy could yell it.
Jeremy, this is gonna be your cue.
My Q? Oh, I know what this is.
Usually Dolphin does it.
Okay, fine. I'm doing it.
We have damage! Oblivion! Woohoo! All right.
At 9,999, we're
1 down, 9,999 to go, people. We got this.
Moral victory.
all right.
What do we need? We need 6? Oof.
Wait, what?
Yeah, should we just skip this?
Yeah,
How did you get? Why are you in the second battle zone? What happened? You were in the first battle.
Wait. Oh god.
he was in the first battle zone, and him and Wraith did a thing.
Yep.
Does that doesn't move you?
Is it when I pinged Oblivion?
Oh,
Is that
no, you used your power.
Oh, he used a power. That's right. Counteraction aura moved him.
Yep.
Yeah, counteraction more. I'm like, yeah, like, so.
Yep. Thank you, Sonic
free
Blade.
if you want. You're going to be one token short. So
Yeah,
it's
so
whether you think.
I'm probably going to die before it happens anyway, so
Yeah,
I'll skip it.
I would skip it.
Yeah.
It's a bummer too because I love that
I know.
sacrifice. But what are you gonna
Like,
do?
how did you get the second battle zone? A lot of stuff can happen in this game.
Yeah.
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 All right, we get a river of lava. Wraith, do you want to take 4 damage, or what are you thinking?
Oh. I don't want to take 4 damage. I'm going to put that out there.
I appreciate that.
So.
I will say, for those of you out there
Totally bummed.
who are used to playing Sentinels and guarding your heroes jealously, something that you will learn very quickly in OblivAeon is to think more strategically. Like, this is definitely more of a game of chess where, like, pawns can sometimes be sacrificed than it is, like, my hero must make it to the end. I mean, granted, in a regular game of Sentinels, oftentimes you will think that way as well, where it's like, as long as one hero makes it to the end, everything is fine. But in the game of OblivAeon, a lot of times, none of the heroes you start with are going to make it to the end. You've got to be willing to make those sacrifices in order to make it happen, so...
You know, I may have been known to stack the deck when teaching people Oblivion, so that Oblivion's first card play breaks everyone of that thought process.
Ah. Nice.
My favorite OblivAeon start is the one where he flips his own shield on his own turn,
Yes, I've had that happen.
which he can do.
All right, so Faultless makes us deal
And
ourselves
remember
damage.
way back when you played Adhesive Foam Grenade?
Right, yeah, and so Bjorn points out a good thing, which is that, like, it's not a complete, like, oh, just, throw him out, fodder, throw him out there. No, because every time a hero is incapped, you get devastation tokens. So you gotta, it's a balance for sure.
Right.
Mhm.
And Assault comes out and plays a bunch of things. The Ant-Men all move to Silver Gulch, it looks like.
Yeah, there is a penalty for getting incapped. It also slows you down a little, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Get that set up again.
right. And
Yeah,
Ra's
well,
down.
yeah, these Ian men are doing a lot of damage with the explosives wagon.
Yeah, they are. That bomb
There
card.
goes Ra. Sonic Blade says, man, for someone as calculating as OblivAeon is, to flip your own shield the first turn seems like a really poor decision. Like trusting Voss to not backstab you.
Yeah, seems legit.
Voss seems like a stand-up guy.
Yeah. So basically, if we can go over and kill Aeon Master in within 4 rounds, we should be able to get him to flip in the good way. So we want
All right, so we want aggro.
aggro, especially multi-damage, or like multi-damages in a turn, or big instances of damage, I think.
Okay. So I mean, I could just bring another Raw in.
Sure.
That's generally
Ain't
pretty
no
solid.
party like a raw damage party.
Say Raw, Tempest, Chrono Ranger.
Because the Ra damage party's on fire!
Yeah, I was also considering Chrono Ranger, but
Yeah,
he takes a
Chrono
little bit of
Ranger
time to get set up.
It
But you
so
can-
depends so much on your starting hand.
Yeah, get
Exactly.
lucky with a good bounty.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Raw because it's a little bit more of a sure thing.
Sure.
You just don't want to
You
get
might
your deck
get
out.
imbued fire or something, and
Yeah. So, here we go. Base Raw coming in.
All gods will be swept aside and forgotten. Everything burns!
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
And yeah, so here you might want to try to stay away from OblivAeon for this round, because you can always move at the start of your own turn.
Right. Which
He's in-
zone is he in at the moment?
he's
Oh,
in
he's
one.
in first. So I do not want to move to the first battle zone. Try and stay alive for a turn here.
All right, OblivAeon
Well,
plays some
a
more
pretty
Ant-Men.
tame turn for OblivAeon. There aren't many of those.
So I brought this up at the beginning of the game, but I'll bring it up again. The environmental destruction happens at 12 devastation tokens at the beginning of OblivAeon's turn. So he's at 8 right now, which means there's only 4 more before we're going to lose our first environment. So just making sure everybody's aware.
Or when the countdown reaches 0.
Or when the countdown reaches
Right.
0. Right.
Unfortunately, he's in the first battle zone, and so is Aeon Master, so when we use a power, we get moved. But
Yeah.
that's his life. The Chekhov's hairdryer is so good.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah.
You have 2 hit points, and Chekhov's hairdryer, you know what you must do, Jeremy. Deal all the damage.
Right. So
Live up to your name, sir. Turret moded up.
Anybody care about the Red Menace, or should I just shuffle it?
Yeah, if you take it on, he will kill you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't want. I'm not taking it on. That's why I'm asking if anybody else wants it.
All of our health and DPS is not high enough for this right now.
pass.
All right, shuffle. Oh, it shuffled when he's still on the top. Oh well. What are you
Cool.
gonna do?
Yeah, that's a thing that can happen. So make sure to use the hairdryer first, because after you use that power, you're going to get moved to the other battle zone.
All right, so I'm hitting Master and OblivAeon.
Yep. I mean, chip away at that I mean, you could kill the. You could just kill the Aeon
Actually,
Locust.
kill
and
the
then it
Locust.
would
Yeah,
run
get rid of
out.
that locust. Ugh.
Yeah, you don't want OblivAeon to kill it.
Yeah.
All right, boom, and it moves me over here.
You also don't want Aeon Master to flip because he's really obnoxious when he flips. Tammy Anya, what happens to a reward card when the hero who has it dies? Good question. It goes under their character card, and then at the start of your turn, you can get it back into your hand.
So what do you guys want me to ping these loci? Loci?
Yeah, the locusts are the worst. So
Yeah.
I would hit. They make him play cards, right? So like,
Yeah.
I'll ping both of those, and then I have one more instance of 3.
and then the
damage.
guys who add tokens to the devastation track, I go after them next. The vassals.
The vassals. All right.
Or if you want to hit faultless, like that's totally valid.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right, I am already in the first battle zone and am probably survived. I don't want to move to the second battle zone. The Red Menace. I mean, it's only going to hit me, and it's going to hit me for 0. So, and there's no one else here for the last wager. So, last wager can go to the bottom of the deck, and I will take on the Red Menace.
All right, so this is a little different than one we've seen before, so I'm going to pop this open real quick. So the Red
I guess
Menace,
the
you'll
Red
notice...
Menace is gonna, actually, the Red Menace is going to hit all of you because I'm going to go to the other battle zone. So maybe I don't want to do that.
All right, while you're thinking about that, I'll read this off. So this is, you'll notice this is an objective that has hit points. So this is a villain target. The first time this card is dealt damage each turn, it deals damage. It deals the source of that damage 3 fire damage. At the end of your turn, this card deals each non-villain target 1 fire, and then when this would be destroyed, flip it instead. So there's several of these. There's at least 4 or 5 of them, and basically they are villain targets. They will attack you and do all kinds of nastiness. When you destroy them, they flip over and they become sort of their alt-universe versions. So they starts as the Red Menace and flips over to become the Everyman. Stars and stripes forever, as it were.
All right, but instead we're rewinding to the pre-start of my turn
Sure.
and not doing that.
Soviet Absolute Zero
Yeah.
wants to burn things.
Instead, I'm just going to shuffle it and get rid of the Red Menace.
Seems good.
And then I don't have a card, and I'm going to shoot Aeon Master.
Seems good.
And I Stunbolt him, but it won't matter because I will be in the other battle zone where Stunbolt does not affect the other battle zone.
Yeah, so this is probably a good time to talk about that. So effects that happen stay with the actor, as it were. So as John was saying, the Wraith hit Aeon Master with Stunbolt, which means that Stunbolt reduces damage dealt by Aeon Master. But if Wraith moves to the other battle zone, that effect goes with the Wraith. It does not stay with Aeon Master. So if Wraith is to come back to this battle zone, or if Aeon Master is to be moved to the battle zone with Wraith, that would stay in effect until the beginning of Wraith's next turn. But if they're not in the same battle zone, it is not in effect.
Yep, Takewalker says it doesn't make sense. It's just the rule. Cards in one battle zone cannot affect the other battle zone.
Right.
Stunbolt cannot affect the other battle zone. That's just how it works. So we can all discard a card and then draw a card and hopefully get the amazing reward from the last wager.
I sense sarcasm.
It's Jeremy's favorite effect in an OblivAeon game. What are you talking about?
You know, in the right context.
Very gamey for an otherwise thematic game. Yeah, honestly, there's only about 2 or 3 instances where I think that is the case. It's ones where like you've dealt damage and the ostensible effect of that damage is some outcome. The vast majority of effects, it actually makes sense in my opinion. So it's just one of those things where like you couldn't have it only work based on the specific thing. It has to be a sort of a generalized rule, and yeah, that just simply is the way that it is.
I guess Bunker wasn't able to draw cards, so you discarded it for no reason. Oh well.
Oh.
Whatever.
Ra, if you don't kill everything, I can do a ton of damage to Faultless.
Okay.
We want you to go and hit Aeon Master anyways, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so I'm moving
I
to...
could do like, yeah.
All right.
Actually, the Scholar could
so-
pick up Demand of the Gods if you're going to like actually kill everything.
Well, I'm not going to kill everything. I'm going to do a
Okay.
ton of damage to one target because there are lots of targets.
I want to
Right.
see if... Okay, so... Yeah, so I can actually go ahead and do Staff of Ra and, like, Fire Blast. Aeon Master.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
'cause
will
you
use
can
an
in-tap and play a
Incapacitate
card.
ability. I will play a card.
BBB 42.
Staff
It's not
of Ra.
about Unbolt being destroyed. It's still. It doesn't matter whether it's destroyed. It's what battle zone is it? In a regular normal game, there's only one battle zone. If you want to imagine that.
So Bjorning asks, what is the condition on this shield? Basically, for this shield to go away, all Aeon men have to be not in play at the beginning, I believe the beginning of OblivAeon's turn. Yes, at the start of
Yeah.
OblivAeon's turn, there must be no Aeon men in play.
There we go. We'll get Aeon Master at 28 before I leave.
Nice. And we have lots of Aeon men in the second battle zone.
Oh, and I will mention this too. Folks may or may not have noticed that the music that you're hearing is the two battle zones alternating. It'll play one, and then it'll play the other. There will actually be OblivAeon music, where OblivAeon Phase 1 will have a song, OblivAeon Phase 2 will have a song, OblivAeon Phase 3 will have a song. Those are not done yet, and even if they were done, you don't get to hear the new music until the listening party. So we're having it play one battle zone, then the other battle zone, sort of in order. Yes, it should be alternating them, Take Walker. Honestly, haven't noticed if that's what's actually happening, but I believe that is what is happening. Grace under fire.
Yeah, plus
That's a
bomb
big
card.
Yeah. The bomb card didn't do anything there.
Well, I mean,
Increased it to 14, which then
Which then
decreased
got
from an
decreased.
even number down to an odd number again. Yeah, it was great.
oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, Faultless doesn't like even numbers.
Right.
So, why don't I go heal and hang out with Oblivion so he can kill me?
You can't. You won't switch because he.
Oh, right, other battle zone.
So you'll just have to stay here with your 1 hit point.
Hey, I have 3 now. Come on.
But you can kill one of the loci, so may as well do that.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
In case OblivAeon comes over, which he's very likely to do when we're all in the other zone.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, Hank Raid. We still don't have a date for the listening party. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. We're getting close. But, as you know from long history, we don't announce things until we know for a fact that they are a thing that's going to happen. So, not yet.
Well, despite last turn we didn't think Scholar would still be alive, you are still alive.
Yeah, we could
True.
totally do this.
We
If
can only do it if Bunker gives up his life force.
Yeah, do it.
I just feel like it's such a bad idea.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
I like Bunker. But Bunker's going to die before Bunker's turn
Yeah,
anyway.
Bunker is
That's
not long
true.
for this world.
Bunker's
So that's
gonna die
actually-
anyway, so the order super matters here to make sure that Scholar
Yeah.
does it last. So, actually, no. If Scholar, wait, you're not gonna get
Oh,
it.
yeah, you're not going to get it because of the
Well,
explosive
it'll
wagon.
It'll flip, and you'll have it for later. But you're
Right,
not
it'll be
gonna able
available
use it.
to us in the future.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Assuming it was programmed right.
Well, let's see. Let's try it, and we'll rewind if
Ooh,
it doesn't do it.
shots
Sounds good.
fired. Alex with the assuming it was programmed right.
I mean, that Jeremy, that sounds an awful lot like hashtag blame John to me.
Actually, this is something we might ask Christopher about because it might not be totally clear the order of operations of what. Actually, no. When damage is dealt, then it has the token, so that should be before you get to. Flip,
Yeah.
but we'll see. You got
Hey.
okay.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah,
look at
we
that.
got it. All right. So I am going to pick a Tachyon because I've decided
seems very
earlier that I am going to bounce back and forth between bunkers and Tachyons tonight. So I'm going to pick, because we're far enough along, I'm going to pick my favorite Tachyon, which is Super Scientific Tachyon.
Absolutely.
I am far beyond your understanding. All my tests just lead to more questions. This called for running more tests. Do I want to move to the different battle zone? Probably not. All right, Scholar.
All right, I am going to go with La Commodora, I'm thinking. Because that sounds fun.
Sure.
Even time has an end. There are no more futures. Hold fast. We're sailing off the map. And here, there be monsters.
We might want to have one person in the first battle zone to avoid the token from...
Yes, I will sacrifice myself.
Okay.
So this is only one of us is going to have to do it, but I feel like
Yeah, so why not?
might as well.
But Commodore loves to have cards. Actually, this is
That's
getting
actually-
everyone, which is a bug.
Yeah, I was going to say it hits every... yeah, it sounded like it hit everyone, but whatever.
I would say environments have the most weird battle zone bugs because, like, the game has never had to think about there being more than one environment before.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I'll pierce the veil here. In a test game we tried to play earlier, so there's an OblivAeon card that will
Oh my
damage
goodness,
a
that
hero.
was awesome.
That damages a hero character card, and when it does so, it moves that hero to the other battle zone. And we were playing in Celestial Tribunal, which is an environment we will not be playing tonight, and it damaged the hero that was under Representative of Earth, which then attempted to move that turn taker to the other battle zone, which meant that both environments were technically the first battle zone. And it caused all kinds of ridiculousness that we were like, wait, how come there's no graphics on that battle zone? What's happening? Wait, why are there cards from both the Celestial Tribunal and the Enclave of the Endlings in that play area? What the heck is happening? And that that was the thing. It was very interesting.
Yeah, that was fun. And at that point, we're like, yeah, let's start a new game and not go in Celestial Tribunal.
Yeah. Yeah, the Tribunal invaded the Enclave. That's exactly right.
I am so shocked that the explosive wagon is still there.
Yeah, bomb cart's just been kicking around for quite a while.
Well, that's like why when I saw it, I was like, there is so much stuff there that's just no AoE is happening. I was like, I have to get that big bomb out before I leave.
Yeah. Holy Aeon men, though.
Right?
Yeah. I had a
If the
game...
goes there and destroys them, it will be a long turn
Yes.
to resolve.
Yeah, no, I had a game that I had 22 of the 25 Aeon Men cards in play in one battle zone, and even holding down the fast forward button, that turn itself took like 8 minutes just to get through.
All right, so this is the explosive wagon is blowing up here.
Yeah.
Sure is.
This is going. Actually, this is great because this is going to kill all the Aeon Men instead of OblivAeon doing it.
Yep.
Because
Just about.
Way to
Not
go,
quite
bomb
all.
cart!
Yeah, we may as well just choose for me on this, I think, because I don't think the order is
Yeah.
going to matter.
I'm just picturing, this is the storyteller in me, the heroes are just, like, running behind the bomb cart, like, look, this thing has been sticking around forever! Let's just shove it into the Aeon Man and see what happens.
Nice.
I'm gonna assume it was instigated by Tachyon.
Yeah, she just showed up and she's like, "Oh, do this."
I
the
mean,
thing.
probably just did it.
What's wrong with you guys?
There's a perfectly good bomb cart sitting right over there. Just shove it really hard, and it'll go right into the Aeon Man, and boom, and everything will be fine.
All right, so the Abyss Stares Back comes out. This is a one-shot. Add one Devastation token to the Inevitable Destruction card and play the top card of OblivAeon's deck. If this card is ever revealed or discarded, put it into play. So this is an interesting card whereby, like, if you're, like, playing a thing that's like discard the top card of OblivAeon's deck, if this gets attempted to be discarded, it actually ends up getting played anyway. So it's a really annoying card. And that ends up bringing up Temporal Fractures. Move the countdown token one space towards 0. The target with the lowest HP deals each non-villain target other than itself 2 energy damage. Then if any hero character cards were dealt damage this way, move those heroes to the other battle zone. So, only La
That's the one that
Commodora.
caused the bug, the temporal fracture.
Yeah.
Also, I hate this card because it moves the countdown token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to hit these things. It's going to move La Commodora to the other battle zone. Hence what we were just talking about, the bug that moves the thing and then breaks stuff. It's not going to break stuff here, but it has been known to break stuff.
Aye.
So, can we take out Aeon Master this round?
He's at 4, or no, that's
28.
Aeon Man. 28.
Well, first, OblivAeon's going to murder whoever's in the first battle zone.
which is just all of the Aeon men that got moved over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's murdering Locomotor because he's going to do 3 Aeon Warriors damage to you.
Well, I just got shifted over to the second, didn't I?
Oh, did you? Oh, then you're fine.
Yep.
Then-
Yeah, we're all in the second right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Then,
Oh, OblivAeon regained that 1 HP we took from him.
Oh.
I worked so hard to do that.
Wah, wah, wah.
So now there are 12 tokens.
Yep.
Mimitone, the countdown token does go before the shield check, actually. So Mimitone is right. We're not going to get a chance to flip him for real. However, the shield doesn't go away, so we still want to get the shield to go away. So we still want to kill Aeon Master.
Yeah, which, I mean, I can get in for... I can do Summon Staff on the extra card play and drop Blazing Tornado for a little bit extra damage. So I'm hoping Summon Staff grabs me something good.
Yeah, I mean, if our primary purpose here is to get Aeon Master dead, I will move to Battle Zone 1 and start doing some things, because I have some things I can do to make that
Well, the
happen.
thing is, remember, you go to Battle Zone 1 and use a power, and then you get moved back to the other Battle Zone. So,
Right, so I'm going to do that. Yes, I'm going to move.
yeah.
And then what do I got? Demand of the Gods.
As long as we get Aeon Master to 20 health, OblivAeon is probably going to kill him for us.
That's true.
Because of destroying the environment, right?
Is that good or bad?
That's good, because he'll destroy Aeon Master, which removes all the Aeon Men from the game, and then the shield will go away as well.
Sick.
So
Right.
we just need to get Aeon Master down to 20.
Okay,
Okay.
so I went to the
Which we
thing, and I regained Chekhov's hairdryer, which I don't know if anybody saw that while I was doing it, while everyone was talking, but one of the things you can do at the beginning of your pre-starter turn is regain a reward, so I did that. I'm going to push the limits, then I'm going to Lightning Reflex, I am going to regain my hairdryer, and I'm going to Sonic Vortex, because I have a couple of those in my trash. I will hit Aeon Master. I think I have 3, so I could potentially... Do I have 3? Let me just double check that. I have 2 burst cards, so I could either hit the Locust or the Velociraptor pack.
You also have 2 damages from your hairdryer, so...
Yeah, that's true. I do have 2. And the hairdryer will... Actually, the hairdryer will take care of the Locust for sure, right?
I was going to say, take V-Pack with
Yeah.
this then.
All right, so...
May as well take it the pack, just in case.
All right, and then I will use the hairdryer to hit Aeon Master for 6 irreducible. And get
Yeah,
rid of the
Johnny
Locust.
Splat, the primary objective is definitely, I mean, at least for me, it feels like the easiest shield. Because it's like, requirement is like, do the thing that you should be doing.
Right.
And then do the thing you should be doing, and then flips over, and then keep doing the thing that you should be doing.
Yeah, totally.
Thanks, ONU, for subscribing. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Sub-hype!
Oh yeah, you've got him down to 21. Look at that.
Yep.
Do I want to move to the first battle zone? Actually, I'm going to stay here and destroy this focus of power. Because I think everyone else has got this.
Yeah.
Do I want Demand of the Gods? Wraith is not really good at killing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to keep the last wager. We want the Demand of the Gods, or shuffle the mission deck.
I would shuffle it. I find that
shuffle
Demand
it.
of the Gods requires a really specific set of circumstances, so...
Yeah, it's really hard to get, and honestly kind of underwhelming reward, so... For the difficulty it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to grappling hook away that focus of power.
Seems fair.
I don't think I ever read out what that card does. There's a lot to know in OblivAeon. You're just going to have to spend some time learning it yourself once it finally comes out.
It does bad things.
True.
And
Get that
yeah.
Will Smith genie garbage out of here, Sparky Wolf.
Oh, boy.
Adam went ballistic on that on his Discord the other day.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
Oh, hey, we're all here. We can try again for the last wager. Let's do it.
Sure.
Tachyon gets to discard a burst card, so that's good. And Locomotor likes to discard everything.
Yes.
I am kind of shocked that the Wraith is still here. She just got to 1 hit point on
Yeah.
the last Scion turn.
Yeah, that was insane, Taffy man. It was
One shot number 1.
sweet.
Equipment, ongoing. Come on. Ah! Dang, it's a
man.
one shot.
Wager
Come
master.
on.
If we win the last wager, we won a moral victory. So
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So am I still moving into the first battle zone and hitting?
yeah,
Aeon Master?
we need Aeon Master to be below 20 or like.
Okay.
Actually,
that'll happen.
I mean, he does have his plus, so it should be okay.
I'm
Let's see
still
the
doing
order
it
of
just
operation.
for insurance.
Yeah, we remove the environment, so he will have the +4. So it actually, if you don't want to be in the other environment, it should be okay. He should be doing 24 damage to Aeon Master. So if you'd rather like hit Faultless instead, which might make sense anyways, we could rewind and then
Okay.
just hang out. That's probably makes sense.
Okay, that's fine.
If we can like flip Faultless, that's probably a good idea. Or like be ready to
Yeah,
flip
that's-
Faultless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we still have only the
Alright.
first 2 Scions that were played in the game so far, so
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
love to
not
see some
moving.
more.
So Nature's Compulsion.
It's also
I
possible
mean-
that OblivAeon will like come over and beat us up instead of
That
staying
is
where
true.
he
Yeah.
is. But you don't know. There's no way to know for sure. So
So what are we thinking about Nature's Compulsion? Like we're not doing a whole lot of hopping here.
it is nice
Uh,
to have, but
I mean,
it is hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I consider this to be one of the easiest ones to get.
Well,
It
You just
takes
got to
a lot of
bounce
time.
back and forth a bunch of
flip
times.
flop
Yeah.
a lot. Like I'm fine to do it. I don't
Sure.
have
If
it,
you
but
wanna
I can
take
also like this is also going to prevent me from playing an extra card. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the incapacitated ability, but I'm gonna leave this on top because I think Jeremy's right. I think it's pretty easy to grab.
Yeah, and this is one of the ones that I
Whoever
actually
wants to
spend.
go over-
Would you say,
go
John?
ahead.
What?
Whoever wants to go over and take 20 damage from OblivAeon can do that one.
I'm just saying, like, that is a good one to have. I tend to spend more time thinking about who I want to have that one. You know, that one falls
Oh,
into the
shoot,
same
I-
line with,
actually, that's fine.
like, the Infinity Cannon and the Mecha thingy. Like, I want to make sure the right hero gets it.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Though to be fair, if you get it, then you die, then you just get the
Yeah.
right hero.
That's true, absolutely. But I'm saying, like, those are all the metrics that go into my deciding whether or not I'm going to take that particular reward. Or objective, I should say.
All right. So I drew better than I expected here. I'm gonna throw the staff I've got because I just picked up another one.
Great. OblivAeon game and fun genie story.
All right, Faultless is at 6.
Yeah, so I think we want to keep Faultless, like, ideally we want him to flip after OblivAeon flips.
Right.
Yep.
Otherwise
Okay,
he gets replaced.
Yeah, and so I'll mention the reason why we're talking about this, because a lot of people might not know. So Faultless is a Scion. When Faultless is destroyed, Faultless flips and becomes a hero target, which gives us awesome things like healing and power usages. So that's what we're talking about here. That's why we don't want Faultless to flip now and then OblivAeon destroy an environment and hit everything for 20 irreducible, because then Faultless won't get to do any of the fun stuff that we like.
Right.
So on that note, I'm actually going to stay in the second environment, and I'm going to get my wonderful reward into play. So just in case he does decide to
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Good thinking.
don't-
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
true.
Good.
He might come over here and smack us, so
So that way we're just safe from that.
good call. Johnny Splat, we are going to be able to fit this all on mobile. Beta testers are playing it on mobile right now, like Sondar.
Yes, we
Indeed.
are.
I mean, don't
Yeah,
misunderstand me.
better.
We were not unconcerned when we learned everything that was going to happen with OblivAeon and how that would fit on mobile. But actually, if you look behind me, I don't know if you can see it on the. Let me see if I can tilt this up here. So you can actually see the whiteboard where we were actually working out how we were planning to put this on phone screens. I have not erased
That's
that.
still on the whiteboard.
Yeah, well, we haven't had anything else to whiteboard.
Whiteboards at Handelabra.
Yeah, we don't tend to whiteboard a lot, or we do it digitally. So
Yeah.
It's all part of Christopher and Adam's master plan to get whiteboards everywhere, to cover the world with whiteboards.
Every surface.
GT James ATL says, "Is One Deck Dungeon coming out on mobile?" More news on that in the coming months, maybe. That's all I'm going to say about that for now.
It's on iOS and Android tablets, but not on phones yet. All right. Don't move OblivAeon. Yes. That's 1 out of 2.
Skip. Oh, this is probably a good time to talk about this. So, so some environments have "if this thing happens, the game is over" conditions, and the Silver Gulch is one of those where if the portal sort of ends and you have no cards in your trash, the world is over. If that happens, that instead of triggering the end of the game, it triggers remove this environment from the game, similar to if there were 12 tokens on the Devastation card.
The Wraith saved by Apex of Humanity again.
So that's, Silver Gulch does that. Celestial Tribunal can do that. Mars Base can do that. So they don't actually end the game. They just remove that from existence.
Right. All right. Unfortunately, Faultless is having the Wraith hit herself. I don't think you should use up Brother Sacrifice for this.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Even though it might turn out that you probably should have, I don't think it makes sense at this juncture to do that.
Agreed, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's a super powerful effect. We want it when we're ready to wail on the blue.
Take that Apex of Humanity and choose another hero. So, well, you still get the stun bolt, so that helps.
Elemental Pandemonium. The Scion with the highest HP deals each hero target 2 cold damage, 2 fire damage, and 2 lightning damage. And I have, it was stun bolted, so it's not going to be quite as much.
RTP 234. So that's how Champion Seals are destroyed. Not due to OblivAeon's work, but due to someone losing a baseball game.
Exactly right.
Nicely done, RPD.
I think La Commodora is going to have a hard time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should have used that card.
Remains to be seen.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we already got Oblivion didn't move, so I think the answer is it's right that we didn't use it because you really want to use it to block that 20 irreducible if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Or the 9,990.
Right.
Either way, getting it into play on the off chance.
All right. So now we're gonna be moving to Oblivion Phase 2 because what's going to happen in a second here is it's going to Oblivion's turn. And let's open that up, Jeremy. The countdown token is going to go to 0, and when the countdown token reaches 0, an environment is removed from the game as per the rules. On the Sign Reserve, the countdown tokens went to 5 and turns the next page. So on the Sign Reserve, it says, remove all the environment's cards from the game, regardless of whether they're in play, the deck, the trash, or even the other battle zone. Move Oblivion to that battle zone. Put one of the set-aside environment decks in that environment area. If there's none left, you lose. And Oblivion deals each target 20 irreducible infernal damage. So he's going to destroy Insult Primalis and then kill Aeon Master, according to our master plan. And then, when he turns to the next page, he also is set to 180 HP, deals each non-villain target 4 damage, that plays 2 Ant-Man deck cards. Oh, so he's not going to flip the shield because he's going to play more Ant-Man cards. But we'll be able to flip the shield hopefully after that. Yeah. So this is happening. So I'm just trying to think of now that we're moving into the second phase. We want to be able. We're more damaging Oblivion mode as opposed to getting rewards mode. And what do I have? I just have Apex of Humanity. So I'm feeling like maybe Chrono Ranger. Where we can put a bounty on and have a damage boost.
Go for it.
Yeah. Or maybe Stuntman, but I'll go Chrono Ranger first and maybe Stuntman later.
Space and time disintegrate at my command. I don't make a practice of killing those that can talk. I'll make an exception this time.
And I certainly do not want to move to the first battle.
Are you sure?
All right, Insula Primalis has been removed from the game. Select a replacement environment. What shall we put in place of Insula Primalis?
Final Wasteland.
I vote Final Wasteland.
Sure.
Seems thematically appropriate.
All right, boom. So now here comes the 20 Irreducible.
Can we? Oh yeah. If we hit Aeon Master first, does he put the things out immediately and then hit everything up and then?
Yeah, if we hit AM Master first, he removes Ant-Man from the game, so then OblivAeon won't add another token.
Right.
So, and this effect is removing a token, but choose for me is fine here. Really, basically,
Okay.
it's like he is actually going to put out another Scion because
Such delicious despair, your minds are ripe for whispers of doubt. Out comes
so we get
Void
Void Soul, and then Void Soul is going to get hit for the 24 damage, so that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
Yep.
Yeah, so a lot of things can chain on OblivAeon's turn, especially on the first phase.
Crack!
Oh,
And there goes OblivAeon, flipping to page 2.
Void Soul walked into the wrong neighborhood.
Yep. What? Final Wasteland was removed from existence? That was
yeah,
that was
because
quick.
Also, there's 12 tokens.
Wow, we're good at this.
And so, what's next? Mobile defense platform.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's mobile defense platform.
Well, actually, I think we're going to be okay. When does the shield? Oh, the shield comes into play. I can't remember what the order is, whether the shield or the battle zone card. So he's going to destroy these Ant-Men, so maybe we're going to be okay.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Shield-wise.
Everything is fine.
We've got this. Don't worry.
Yeah, let's actually kill the Ant-Men first, because Void Soul is going to remove tokens. So we want there to be tokens to remove. Yeah, Void Soul got bitch slapped out of existence. He like
Void Soul was-
appeared and
Void
then-
Soul was like, I am here to... Oh, and I guess I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Oh wait.
All right, Global Devastation.
Oh, and the shield. Yeah, the shield has already. The check for the shield has already happened. So the shield is before the other check, I guess.
Do I want to use my thing this time?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
global devastation. Each target in the game. Yeah, I guess.
I would
choose
say, like,
Faultless
yeah, let's
first.
get Faultless flipped,
Yeah.
and then I would say we could potentially do the Brother Sacrifice.
Faultless is now our friend.
Yay, friendly Faultless!
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a. I don't like it. You're not. You're going to be saving La Commodora only, basically.
That's true. The trade-off is you're spending actions to get the card out again if I die and don't. So either way,
Alright.
I would say it's your call. Let's.
I'll just
hit
die.
you first,
I will just
hit
die.
you first, and then you decide.
So GT James ATL says, this is so complicated I can't tell if they're winning or losing. Yes!
Yes.
That is correct.
We are winning and losing.
Yes.
It's a very Schrodinger's cat situation.
I mean, have you ever fought OblivAeon? Like, do you know if you're winning against OblivAeon? You sure don't.
Yeah,
The
I
answer
mean,
is
Never.
yeah.
probably you're losing all the time.
Like, we've lost 2 environments, which means we only get 1 more environment replacement, and then the next one that's gone, we're done. But we are on a place where we can start actually damaging OblivAeon, like, for reals. So that's good. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And
Voss is no one's slave, and you stand no chance against OblivAeon. And it went away before I was able to read the rest of his dialogue.
so I was about to say, I think we're doing all right.
No.
I'm less about to say that.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about why we're saying that? Should I pop open Voss and explain it?
Sure.
All right, so Grand Warlord Voss, or excuse me, Reynick Kel Voss, is a Scion. But look at the very first thing it says on his card. If you would win the game, flip this card instead. So let's flip it and see what happens. When this card flips to this side, it regains 4 times 10 HP, then move it to the OblivAeon play area and remove the OblivAeon booklet from the game. This card counts as OblivAeon, is immune to its own damage and environment damage, and is not a Scion. So this is essentially the 4th phase of OblivAeon. So we're on the 2nd phase of OblivAeon. If we kill that, we got to kill the 3rd phase of OblivAeon. If we haven't gotten rid of Voss by the time we do that, Voss becomes OblivAeon with whatever his hit points are plus 40 in this case, because we have 4 heroes. So that's the thing. And Voss is very difficult to kill because his damage is reduced by the number of devastation tokens on the Inevitable Destruction card. So right now that's 8.
Only on the front side, though.
Only
It's easier to kill on the other side, but yeah.
Yes, he's easier to kill once you've killed OblivAeon and then OblivAeon Part 2 and OblivAeon Part 3. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes full Starscream. That's exactly right, Johnny Splat. Oh my god, Megatron! Is that a decent Starscream thing? You bear fragments of my power. I cannot contain it.
Sorry, so yes.
You're thinking you can hurt my pack. You're gonna have to go through me first. Never go full Starscream. Amen to that. All right, do I want to move to the first battle zone?
So one of the downsides to OblivAeon flipping due to the countdown is that he counts down even further on the next round. So we started at 4 instead of at 5. So we have 4 rounds to get through 180 hit points. And we also hopefully want to get rid of that shield, which it isn't. Right now there are no OblivAeon. There are no Aeon men.
True.
So
yeah. So
if we avoid going and using a power in Battle Zone 1, we won't have any more Aeon men get played, basically. But we can't really do anything productive without doing that. So it's sort of a mixed bag, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, let's see, what do I have? I only have 3 burst cards in my trash.
As long as we don't play too many Aeon men, we can, like, destroy them before, like, the villains get to go.
I mean, I was going to immediately go there and do some Chekhov's hair dryers.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
So why don't you say... So what I would do is say yes and take the moving reward, and then... Or the objective, and then use a power to get moved back, and then move back again. So
that seems good.
And then this reward is actually easier to get if you can like trade it back and forth between heroes. But no one else has any objectives, so it's not going to happen. Do you want to do yourself 2 damage and almost die?
I'm doing the math. Hang on, I'm just thinking here.
Wait, Jeremy's doing math? That doesn't seem like a very damaged thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, this is a thing I would never do in a game other than this particular game. But like, I am not long for this world, so like every little bit is going to be a thing that is worthwhile here. So, and since this is irreducible, like I want to hit Voss with this. So,
yeah,
boom and boom. That'll flip me. I move back to the second battle zone. It's going to play an Ammon, which we knew was going to happen. But then I'm going to draw my HUD goggles. And I am going to move back again so that I can get another token on it. Probably not live to actually flip that thing, but it is what it is. Math, get out! Alright, Chrono Ranger, take it away.
That's actually a pretty decent opening hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to generate Aeon Men, unless someone is going to stay here and clean up the Aeon Men garbage that I generate.
I am not equipped to do that at the moment.
So I mean, I could go over and put a bounty, but then I'd have to use a power to leave. I don't have to leave, I guess, but I also can't put a bounty if I also want to get out my reward or do something else. Yeah. I hate this shield.
Yeah. I mean, the plus side to this shield is that it doesn't actually reduce damage to OblivAeon. So, like, if you get in a position where you're, like, able to just completely wail on him, you can just wail on him. You know, a lot of the shields continue to have damage reduction even on their flip side, so just something to think about.
All right, I'm just doing this for now. Faultless on this side, by the way. On the villain turn, we all heal and get to use powers. It's really good.
Yeah, so I'll pop that open. When this card flips to the side, restored to 10 HP, the card is a hero target and no longer Cyan. At the start of the villain turn, each non-villain target regains 2 HP, and at the end of the villain turn, each hero may use a power.
Yeah, ideally, OblivAeon would come to us. That's what I hope happens with Faultless. Like, if OblivAeon and Faultless are together on this, this is like the good times.
Yeah.
As good as it gets, anyway.
Yeah. Except for the whole playing Aeon Men crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me personally, I want to get rid of that shield. That really hamstrings us, so...
Yeah, Siren says, Faultless Flip is so good if you can keep him around. I had a really excellent game where I was, like, just stacking the Hypersonic Assaults and the Ground Pounds and keeping the hero targets from getting hit, and I kept Faultless around for like 4 rounds, and it was super awesome. I still lost that game because OblivAeon is hell, but I gave him a run for his money.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. When you cause another player to play a card, use a power, or draw a card,
that's not really a raw thing.
Not really my thing.
Yeah.
Does anybody want that? All right, you know what? I'm just gonna use an incapacitated.
You have to say, do you have an incap?
Yeah. You could help someone get set up or do something.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I can do Staff of Ra and then run out like Living Conflag or Tornado or something.
Yeah, Takewalker. I did all this awesome stuff. I was doing really great. I still lost, but it was sweet. That's OblivAeon for you. Yep.
There's 3 hit points back.
We only need to kill that one Aeon Vassal, so...
Yeah, exactly. So my thinking then is... I'm going to run Flame Barrier out, and that gives me some protection. Or some crack back, I guess, more accurately. Then I can use the 3 off the Pyre to kill the Vassal. There you go.
Johnny Splat. Oh no, I think I played our OblivAeon game all wrong. That can happen, for sure.
EJGD&D, OblivAeon is like a difficulty 12 boss.
King Banhammer asks, so that reminds me, what's the official take on Mecha Knight Ultra Strike? Does it count as a strike power for Mr. Fixer?
Not as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't think so. Strike is Strike, the power named Strike.
That's his innate power.
Well, but I think he's referring to Brutal Strike being also Strike.
Yeah, but that's his character card power. We haven't heard otherwise from...
Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay, yeah.
You're going to get that brother sacrifice. You never know when we're going to use it.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah,
and,
no.
And if you don't want me to attack Oblivion because Aeon Men, so I'm just going to hang out.
As long as you don't use the power, that's the main thing. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. So I guess I could have wasted Bad to the Bone, or I could have gotten headlocked to Oblivion.
I mean, you could use your base power here.
That is the thing I definitely want to see, is Void Guard.
But you don't actually want to use your base power to punch one of us,
Trying to get OblivAeon and headlock.
Really, I don't. I suppose I could punch Faultless instead.
See ya, RPD. Thanks for stopping by.
Faultless would heal back your damage.
That's true.
Safari asked, John, are there any strategic principles you find useful in OblivAeon mode that aren't obvious or intuitive?
Sure. As like sort of a rough strategy, my strategy through an OblivAeon game is typically at the start. It depends on the shield, but generally you want to try to avoid OblivAeon and try to get as many useful rewards as you can. You know, don't be afraid to shuffle a mission deck to try to find a reward that you want. And then, you know, later on, you're more bring the fight to OblivAeon. So at the start, you're sort of running away from them. And you definitely want to consider, like, splitting the team so that OblivAeon and the Scions don't move around as much. But it's the variability in the game is so high that it's tough to have sort of an overall level of strategy, except for those sort of really rough ideas.
So as I mentioned on the last round, I'm planning to bounce between bunkers and tachyons here, and I think a Panzer Booster GI bunker here to help us try and bust through Reynakel Voss's damage reduction is a thing that I'm interested in.
Sure.
When the world sees true evil, good people unite to something. I went away too fast.
I will say that the OblivAeon Shard reward is the #1 predictor of whether you'll win the game, in my opinion. If you get that, you are way more likely to win the game than if you don't. It is ridiculously powerful. Try not to die a lot. I mean, trying not to die, I don't know. That's not really a strategy, so I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
You're just going to die. Trying not to
sounds
die
like
is
a
not
philosophy.
really the thing.
I know that you can, like, I have never won the game without killing all of the Scions.
Really?
Yeah, like, I know it's completely possible to do it the other way, but I've never had any luck doing it unless I'm like, we're just going to focus on the Scions, kill them all.
Oh, usually I
There-
mostly ignore the Scions, actually, but
Yeah, that
definitely
tends to
a
be the way I go too. And I would say, so I've destroyed all the Scions a grand total of 1 time,
Mhm.
and I don't remember if I won or not.
All right, we have a stout barrel to shoot at, so go for it.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
And I did get the Voss replaces OblivAeon scenario once, and I lost horribly that time.
Oh yeah, that is.
Like, that's the thing. It's
one
like, if
thing
you
actually-
manage to make it through OblivAeon Phase 3, which in and of itself is already like, oh, wow, like, you better have a lot of damage when he flips, or else it's going to go badly very quickly. And then you have to deal
that's
with it
going
with
badly
Voss. Oof.
All right.
One strategy thing is it's really important to think about what heroes to choose at what stage of the game, because certain abilities and cards are more useful at different times. Like in the 3rd page of OblivAeon, any effects that can prevent OblivAeon from playing cards are very valuable because
Yeah.
it'll play a card on every hero
turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Texie, I am Canadian. That's correct. I don't want to use a power because there's nothing for me to shoot except Sheriff Pratt now, right? So
Yeah, I shot the barrel.
yeah. But I'm
I
not
was
going to
just-
shoot the sheriff.
Nope.
I mean, it can actually be useful against OblivAeon because of him destroying environment cards occasionally.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, hadn't thought of that.
All right, counteraction aura, go away! Yay! We removed the shield. A little late.
And
but we
focus
did
the
it.
powers back.
Yeah.
Now we can go shoot OblivAeon. 162 damage in 2 rounds is tall order, but we'll see. We can try. It's worth trying.
Yep.
And here comes Dark Mind. What to take first? Your will, your empathy, your memory of your first love?
Dark Mind.
Okay.
Well, I don't
Oblivoss
expect we'll
got
be
killed by
expecting-
Silver Gulch's cactus in one of my games, says Mimatone. Very nice.
Take Walker, nothing special for the shield going away. Usually it's you flipped OblivAeon, but not every case.
Do I want to move to the second battle zone? No, I do not.
Nate Digadoggity, thank you for the 3-month resub.
Hey, thanks, Nate.
Yay.
All right.
That hairdryer.
I've got the hairdryer. Yeah, I'm not going to orchestrate the void. I think, yeah, I am going to
You don't have
regain
it. You need to get it.
the hairdryer. Yeah, I need a way. Maybe next time around. What do my in caps look like? I want to be able to use 2 powers. Yeah, I don't have it in my in caps because I definitely want to hit Voss for irreducible, but I also want everybody else to be able to hit him for irreducible. So
We'll load the hairdryer into the Omni Cannon. That's what we'll do.
grenade launcher.
Warning, I don't think that Voss is immune to environment damage.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, he definitely is.
Oh yeah, immune to its own damage and environment damage. Okay, there you go. I haven't played it a whole lot. All right, now it's time to go to the first battle zone and put bounties on OblivAeon.
What is making all kinds of noise?
I don't want to get Orchestrate the Void. I want to play more cards.
Play all the cards.
I want Chrono Ranger to play more cards. By any means.
Time to be know when to be selfish.
Yeah.
And Sudden Contract. Come on. Play a card. There we go.
There we go.
The ultimate target. That is OblivAeon, not Playgrad. And
Well,
I get a +1 from my Apex of Humanity.
Nice. That
Don't
was like
start Seamus Butler. That's never happening again.
Not again. I think we determined that you could do more in OblivAeon mode, right? But like trying to manage to survive.
We can't survive it.
Yeah.
Yes, behind the scenes, there actually were a fair amount of design discussions between myself, Lou Dolphin, and John on that. Before the Om Nom Nomni Canon episode happened.
That's how we decided to have Lifeline as part of it. So
yeah, because you were just like, "Oh, have you looked at the OblivAeon characters?" And we're like, "No." Oh God. All right. So what is things I've been?
You want to go to the first battle zone and hit Oblivion really hard.
yes,
That's what I was thinking.
different
Okay,
now.
cool. Yes, I will move to the first battle zone.
And
I will.
Yeah, you have lots of options for your in caps for sure.
Yeah. Well, I was honestly gonna run out. Oh, what can I do? I can run out. Hold on. Let's look at some options here. Use a power. Okay, fine. Destroy an ongoing card. Nah.
I mean, use a power also applies to Bunker's 6 irreducible damage.
That's
power.
true. All right, so I could let Bunker use a power. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do that.
Neat.
Let's let Agent Damage live up to his name.
Thanks.
There you go, Bunker.
Chekhov's hairdryer. So Aeon Locust, right?
Definitely.
Always.
I mean, someone should probably plink the Locust before
Yeah.
it goes off, but
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
if you
so-
want to plink it with
Oh, yeah.
your
Actually, if I run
Conflag-
out Living Conflagration, I can do that.
yeah,
So
that
just
might
to
be
address
not
what
a bad
everyone's
idea.
discussing in the chat, whatever the colors are that gets pulled in via game show, that is, I think, applying its own thing. So if you're seeing different weird colors for people's names, that probably will be different next week and the
Yeah.
week after that. So
Unless you specify color in Twitch, it's random for everyone, I believe. So don't blame someone for picking a color that's just random. Sparky Wealth is like a mustard color for me.
And green for me, so.
maroon here.
Yeah, I like to have Bunker use a power game.
You mean that?
All the hairdryer.
I like
Yeah.
dealing damage.
That's like a pretty reliable.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage!
And again, as you can see, talking about strategy, like using in-cap abilities can be like very effective as you go on and have in-cap
It's
abilities
super
available.
effective.
It even works underwater! Sorry.
Bad to the bone.
Make with the punching.
So this is pretty much wrapped up, right? I mean, we've got this.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what we've been doing, and the game will be over.
Game over. Poor Faultless is like, hey guys, I can help. Meanwhile, Darkmind is gonna murder him. Oh well. Sorry, Faultless. You're in the wrong battle zone.
We love you, Faultless, but what are you gonna do?
Turbo lift.
right, birth. All right, what are the Scions going to do for us here? Certain finality. All right, hang on. Before you make any decisions, let me read that. So, certain finality. The Scion with the highest HP deals the hero target with the lowest HP 10 irreducible infernal damage. If no targets are destroyed this way, move one Scion from the other battle zone to this battle zone. So, that's just an interesting thing. This is one of those things we were talking about, like, oh, if there's a way for us to move Aeon Man to the other, blah, 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 whatever.
So, no targets are going to be destroyed this way in any case, because even if you let the damage go through, Ra will be incapacitated instead of being destroyed. And so Dark Mind is coming over. I am good to say yes on this, but I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to keep our setup as much as possible at this point.
Yeah, Ra's doing
solid.
Good work. So.
Yep.
All right, so that is what we're talking about. So Brother Sacrifice has done its duty. So now until the beginning of whose turn? Mainstay's turn.
Yeah.
So like basically an entire round, all of our targets are immune to damage.
Woohoo! Invincible.
Good
Someone
times.
typed a cheat code.
Oops.
But Dark Mind isn't. Aha! All right, Dark Mind is doing things. I guess we just clicked on a hero.
I don't know if I led everyone to do that. I was clicking to like skip things and I accidentally clicked
Maybe
on
we should
Ra.
read the card first.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what was happening.
Are we going to read the card? To know what's happening?
I don't know which card it was. I was clicking
Dark
to skip
Mind.
to the next thing. All right, so Dark Mind. All right.
At the end of this villain turn, reveal the top 3 cards of one hero deck. We chose Ra for no reason.
Discard any
non-ongoing revealed cards. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 psychic damage for each card revealed in this way. And any ongoing cards that are revealed by Dark Mind go underneath Dark Mind, so she stole Wrathful Gaze.
Oh, okay.
I believe what John means to say is, what did you do?
Sounds like.
Rob was a
Chrono
good choice for
Ranger.
that.
I would have probably chosen Chrono Ranger because he has very few ongoing cards.
That's fair.
Let's pick something here because they're immune to damage.
Yeah.
That was a cool
Dang it,
transition
Jeremy.
between the two environment musics right there. I like that
Yeah,
a lot.
it was a little jarring, but kind of cool.
Yeah. Like the
Yeah, who's saying there's no multiple environment musics?
Alright, sustain the portal's gonna try to do some things, but nobody cares.
Oh no, we've damaged Faultless.
Well, Faultless and Sheriff Pratt are just hanging out in the
Yeah,
past.
Paulus is just going to heal
Just
himself in
chatting.
a second anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
And Sheriff Pratt.
Alright, summon Scion. Sanction, your guilt is presumed and your sentence is final. Prepare for judgment.
Yeah, there's a bug, chat, that Scions can show up on the wrong side. That's something we are aware of and we'll fix. It's just their images, it's not the actual gameplay.
Alright, so this is going to deal a bunch of damage.
Seems that way.
Well, we have a small number of Eon men now that can come out. This is not going to hurt us, but the propulsion systems is a worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyone have a way of destroying an environment card?
Chrono Ranger.
Yes, we may want to do that. Yeah.
I don't know if I don't have the card right now, but generally it is a thing I can do, and so can Mainstay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Video Game Boy, so Scions can show up when there's already 2 in play? Oh yes!
You can have all 10 of them at
You
once.
can literally have all the Scions in play.
This is part of why I've never won without killing them all. Because
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why we don't have multiple images of them showing in each battle zone is because you could technically have 10 of them in one battle zone, and that would look crazy. So
Yeah, so here comes
even having
OblivAeon.
3 of images in the space would not work well. So, and it's not uncommon to have 3 in one battle zone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe it's It's not. I say it's not rare. It might be uncommon.
So what you were saying is it's blue, but maybe not purple.
Yeah.
All right. Do I want to move battle zones? Do I want to move second battle zone? Probably not.
Nope. Stay and shoot your guns.
Yeah.
Fire everything!
I probably still don't want to orchestrate the void, because I'm not going to be doing much of that. Should I shuffle, or what are we thinking?
Incapacitated.
We've had that on top for a long
I'm
time.
looking. Let's see. Play a card.
Playing cards are great. Cards from trash into hand are generally pretty great.
All right. Does anybody have a card they want to play right now?
Bunker could play like grenade launcher, ammo
Grenade
drop,
launcher?
and then also play turret mode and go hog wild.
Oh yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
You're
that
planning
seems
to
real
use-
good.
You're planning to use your like base power, I guess. So maybe you don't need that, but
Yeah, but
ammo
I mean,
drop could be real useful.
yeah.
Or I mean, yeah. Ra could play
That's
something.
fine. I will play ammo drop, and then I will play. I feel like I'm actually gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play turret mode,
Yeah, turret mode is good because
Yep.
you can do your irreducible
and
thing.
I'll do my irreducible to
And
Voss, and then I will hit everything.
Yeah,
Seems good.
not everything. 2 things.
I will hit the things that I'm
The
gonna
important
hit.
things.
I feel good about us getting OblivAeon to 0 in a round or 2 rounds now. So
Hankeroy, do you have challenge
Which means-
rules for OblivAeon? We do not yet have challenge rules for OblivAeon.
Oh god.
which means OblivAeon's definitely going to play Temporal Fractures on his turn. If he still has the copy, which he played one already, but he's got one more. And I hate that card. I don't want to move to the second battle zone. I definitely... Do I want to use Incapability? Probably. Play a card.
Give someone a power. Or play. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a power usage one, unfortunately.
You should
And
die
I
more
don't...
often.
Yeah.
John, there is indeed still a temporal fractures in his deck.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
checked.
thinking of giving a card play to Mainstay, right? You have multiple cards that you could play, right?
I mean, yeah, I could throw out my my vest or my void belter in preparation to destroy them.
Yeah.
Johnny Splat, we also do not have challenge mode rules for Villains of the Multiverse villains yet. Phase
Guess
2
in theory, you
OblivAeon
could- you
only
could headlock
plays...
Boss, but that would probably be a bad idea.
Yeah, Mind Wanderer says Phase 2 OblivAeon only plays a Scion if Zone 2 if a zone doesn't have any. That is correct.
Yeah. I'm just gonna shoot OblivAeon a bunch.
Seems fair.
Man, I really want a chair like Zach has. Like, I looked at them when I was at a show recently, like a streaming chair. Like, my chair is like falling apart. I don't know if you can see this, but like things are like falling off of it. Like, I want to get a good streaming chair for my office.
This was my Christmas present from my wife 2 years ago.
Nice.
And boy, is it so comfortable. Like, even the cat loves it. Like, the reason I have the door shut right now is because the cat comes in and just sits on it.
Nice.
It makes me very angry because this is supposed to be my hypoallergenic zone.
Aha.
And God, he refuses
You're
to pay any
hyperallergenic.
attention to that.
Hyperallergenic.
Yeah, right. All right, so OblivAeon's in first zone. I'm in first zone. I'm gonna hit him as hard as I can, so I am not gonna move.
Challenge mode. After you destroy a shield, play the next shield.
Oh god.
Why would you do that?
If we can...
Hey, Bunker, you want to fire that cannon off again, or that hairdryer rather?
I love drying my hair.
Zach, I'm going to make a case for Drawn to the Flame so we can wipe out those Aeon men who are going to add devastation tokens if they happen to get hit.
Sure.
Even though it's less damage overall to OblivAeon.
No, that's all right. That makes sense. Honestly, yeah, that's. Where are they? There they are. Yep. Come on out, Draw to the Flame.
Citizen says, I can't wait till someone finally cosplays as the hairdryer. I have to say, I went through like 4 different options of what I might cosplay for tonight. I was like, should I do my full Baron Blade? Maybe I'll do my guys. And I ended up doing none of them, and I apologize that I was unwilling to put forth the effort, but I'm leaving on a vacation in 2 days. My first vacation that my wife and I have taken since we've had children 12 years ago, and I just didn't have the energy to put together a cosplay for this stream, so I apologize.
But next time you do.
Next time.
Do a hairdryer.
Next time I will do a hairdryer.
Yeah.
And this is the thing where Drawn to the Flame is really slow, and we fixed it and it's back. So just hit fast forward and hopefully it won't take too long.
Yep. Ho hum.
It's mainly because there's some performance issue where it's like asking every card in the game, like, hey, are you an ongoing card? When like it doesn't necessarily have to. But like things can change their keywords, right, in this game. So
Right.
Yeah, I've got enough to do just doing the demo tonight. Yes, Citizen, it is a thing for sure. I'm traveling internationally.
We won't use Drawn to the Flame again unless we have to. We have to be careful with the engines. It's true.
Oh, am I doing this thing again?
Please do. Please do.
Sure. I love that it's like it's like 7 to Voss and then 8 to OblivAeon. So it's like OblivAeon has higher HP than Voss, so it's like scaling down slowly as it happens. So,
Yeah.
all right, Brother Sacrifice has ended.
I think I'm a little behind you.
Okay, so I can drop the hammer twice next turn, so.
Cool.
Nice.
Lonesome
All right,
highway.
73 in one round, assuming he doesn't drop the countdown here.
Right.
I believe in us.
Wave of Oppression. Destroy 1 non-target environment
God,
card.
I'm way behind.
Hold down tab.
Yeah.
Scion with the lowest HP deals each non-villain target 2 psychic damage. Each player discards 1 card.
We've still got that propulsion system kicking around.
Yep.
Unless I've missed something.
Yeah, that's.
OblivAeon is going to kill it at this point now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
unless something else happens, which could happen, the other Scion turn is going to have another battle zone. So, I mean, OblivAeon could move. We'll see.
It's true. Could happen.
He's doing 4 to everything, so it's not your fault, Zach. It was happening.
No, I
Just
know.
leave it. Discard a card. Yeah, I'll discard a bounty. Mainstay headlocking Citizen Truth. That's a good idea. Here's where we wait for Ra to catch up.
Yep. Sorry. I just saw Mainstay play Void Belter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fast forward.
All right, we've made it past the normal duration of the stream, by the way.
We have.
Hey.
And I will say, our average viewer count has been pretty close to double our usual viewer
Yeah,
count. So thank you all of the people who have joined us. I know, and sticking with us. Yes, I know that, like, you know, seeing OblivAeon mode in the video game for the first time is definitely a big draw. You know, we're not, you know, somebody asked us on the Kickstarter today, so does that mean that it's coming out soon, TM? We have not announced a release date, because we don't do that until we know we're ready. I would say it might be soon, but without a TM at this point. For those of you who know what soon TM means. Some of you out there know what soon TM means. And
Yeah.
but it's obviously, you can see that it's coming along. It's definitely not done yet. We said, you know, we're not allowed to use certain heroes, and that we wouldn't launch it in a position where we can't let you use certain heroes for sure. But we're excited. I mean, we've been working on this now. I mean, we broke ground on OblivAeon basically when it started shipping physically. So that's a good amount of time that we've been working on this. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of changes. You can see how much there is to this. And we're coming
May as well
along.
take out Dark Mind here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still bugs, but we're, you know, getting through them and making things better, and we're optimistic. So
It's good
so
stuff.
we're gonna get a free copy of Wrathful Gaze coming from Dark Mind,
Mm-hmm.
the star of my and Loon Dolphin stream.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the numbers, Jeremy. The last time we had numbers like this was the very first Agents of Stream.
Oh,
When we were
yeah?
on the front page.
Nice.
I think, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got on the Twitch homepage or something for that, didn't we?
Yes. I mean, I don't think we did it, you know, organically. I think Jeremy ended up pulling some strings to make that happen, but
Yeah.
Yes. That is very true.
But still, that's fantastic.
But still.
yeah, it was cool.
I mean, look, the reason why we do this is because we know that people out there are excited to see this stuff. You know, like,
Yeah.
we love this game as much as you all love this game. We decided to make this as a video game because we loved it as a physical game. And so we know that people are excited to see what's coming, and we want to get it out to you as soon as we possibly can.
And I mean, that stands for all the streams we do here, too. Like, the reason that I was so excited about Sunday night's game is it was the very first story that I ever conceptualized for Tales from the Archive. Jeremy, when you pitched the idea of getting some streams going on this channel, whatever happened to Joe Diamond was the first thing that I wrote.
Nice.
And I finally got to do it because we have Harpy.
So you probably all just saw that there were some visual glitches happening, a big white box on the screen. That's another reason why we're not at soon TM, because we're still
I think
trying to
that was
work out some
all-
of those things.
Oh, and they got to 12 tokens despite
Yeah.
us not
Yep.
wanting it to happen.
All right, so
So-
something's going away here, and we're going to deal...
Basically, the order isn't mattering, and Mainstay and Ra are going down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Bunker will have 1 hit point until OblivAeon.
Way to go, Bunker!
Oh, I get to use a power, so I can shoot back before everything goes away.
Might as well.
Yeah, I was going to say... Oh, yeah, no, I do end up with 1. Hey, as
You end up with
Christopher
1, but
says, the only hit
Yeah,
point you know
yeah,
need is the last one.
But he's doing 4
True.
damage to you later in the turn.
Yeah. Hey, what if we had another Scion?
That would be
good.
awesome. I would love it. Ooh,
And-
it's very
and although-
thematic with the music that just started playing. The
How
end of
about a
all
couple more Aeon
things commands your death.
Yeah, Aeon Locust. That's what we want.
Definitely.
Let's get more chances to play Temporal Fractures.
Nixius the Tardy. Well done, Brian the Wolf Hunt. Nixius the Lonesome. This Tappy
Yeah,
Man.
Bunker gets to draw a card. Here we go.
Oh, is this going to keep me from dying? That would be awesome. Oh, I don't
The
think
thing
it
that's
is.
healing villains.
Oh.
In Festus, the automatic game-ending cards in Silver Gulch or MDP do not end the game in OblivAeon. They cause that environment to be removed.
Right.
All right. So, as mentioned, I'm bouncing back and forth between bunkers and tachyons, so I will choose Team Leader Tachyon.
Team leader. Yeah.
Also, we have no environments left, so if an environment would be
the problems
removed,
one at a time, team. We can find a solution.
can we?
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, Meredith.
Fight.
Oh, I gotta choose one too, don't I?
Everyone but me.
Oh, Tusaw, watch yourself now. I said no such thing.
I'm gonna throw out a suggestion for action hero stuntman for at least one of you. If we're gonna have a chance.
That's true, yeah.
I gotta take a look at him.
It's gonna be
Okay,
Anzo
yeah,
Dimaro.
Yeah. Let's bring in the stuntman, the action hero. He does all of his own stunts.
All eyes upon
All
me.
eyes are
Me-
upon-
Monsieur, action. Do I want to move into the second battle
Nope.
zone?
Battle,
No,
first battle zone.
Really don't.
You're an action
Where the
hero.
action is.
Why would you ever do that?
Yeah, that seems
All
like
of the
a
cameras
poor
are in the-
idea.
And I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards the idealist just because.
Pirate Savvy, what's up?
Yeah, let's get some atomic karate up in here.
You know, just because.
Yeah.
No time for fun and games. I gotta grow up. Can't let anyone down.
Oh, that's what's there.
So I hope this isn't a terrible breach of trust, but when we invited everyone to join us for the stream tonight, Dover, who you know is Pirate Savvy's co-host, was like, "Yeah, I don't want to play OblivAeon mode, so thanks anyway."
Yeah, Agent Passion was like, nope.
Yeah, he noped right the F out of there. It was like, yeah, that's not a thing I'm interested in. Which is totally fine, but I thought it was very funny.
All right.
And
so
for
basically-
other records, we know that Agent Dolphin is teaching a class tonight. That's why he's there.
Yeah, Dolphin would have been here, but
we want to get 71 damage through to OblivAeon. Here.
oh, I have one card that'll do that.
Do you?
Nope.
Okay, I was gonna say, what are you hiding?
Nope, I don't. That's good times.
Just trying to think of what's the best thing we can do here. Chrono Ranger's got as many boosts on him as he can, and so I think getting Stuntman to do as much as possible might be the best way to achieve that.
All right.
So, like, letting Stuntman play cards
Yeah.
to get set up, potentially training montage and stuff.
Yep.
Pirate Savvy was working late. A lot of people don't know this, but Pirate Savvy actually works in the CIA. Don't tell anyone I told you.
Like, you could also, I mean, regaining the Chekhov's hairdryer and using it is going to be good for, like, what, 8 on your turn, 8 on Stuntman's turn, 8 on Idealist's turn, which is also pretty good.
That is pretty rad.
I don't know what does that count compared to everyone else drawing cards and doing their own things, but it might be worth it to do that. I just don't know if it's enough.
It's okay, Pirate Savvy. I didn't tell anyone your code name, which is Pirate Savvy. Oh, shoot!
I mean, having the hairdryer is probably the best thing for, like, even if he does flip out. I mean, if he the counter reaches 0, we lose because there's no more environments. So this is it.
Right.
We need to do 71 damage.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely into the, like, 15th dimension chess that I don't understand. So
Yeah.
tell me what to do,
yeah,
and I'm happy to do it. But
Get the hairdryer and use the hairdryer. That's
All right.
like for sure
I think that's the best.
For sure 24 of the damage, and so we have to try to make up the rest.
Yeah.
And you can hit Voss too.
Yeah.
Voss in the big dumb
Yes,
face.
please hit
Unless, is there another Scion that makes? Oh, it's only 7 damage. I thought it was 8.
It was before when I still had a boost, but it's not.
Oh, you don't have a boost anymore. Oh, because you have turret mode.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
If we kill Voss, do we get something? No.
We
We
get the
don't have
knowledge that
much
Voss is
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes you kill a Scion and like you get some cool
Right.
reward. But no, I don't want to move. Yeah. Dead or alive is not going to do anything for me. I'm going to play just doing my job, and maybe I will. Unless, well, actually, someone else could play a card. That's probably better than Chrono Ranger playing a card.
So just the only thing I want to mention here is that we've literally only gotten 3 rewards this entire game. If we had maybe gotten more rewards earlier, I think we might be in a better position, because we keep ending up with that Orchestrate the Void and being like, oh, I don't want to shuffle because I want to use an incap ability.
Yeah, we just didn't get a lot of ones that we wanted early on.
Exactly.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to let you play Training Montage.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And that could potentially turn into lots of good stuff. So,
It could. Pouvaxon. I'll take the damage here.
yeah, definitely.
Please do.
No time to bleed. And violent escalation. Now I can play an ongoing card. I mean, steal the scene is an option.
Yep. Yeah, Steal the Scene you're going to want to use like on Idealist turn, I think, for sure, right? So you can use your base power
Yeah.
and like get your increases going up.
Yep.
OblivAeon chilling in Battle Zone 1 like Thanos in his sweet chair.
All right. So I'm gonna run out, steal the scene here.
Yeah.
Just get it going.
And actually, you could do it now, but I think it makes sense to do it on Idealist turn, so that you
Right.
get the damage boost, more damage boosting.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could get another bounty out, but there's not really a use for that. We could
Yeah, you got the 2 that you need.
just doing my job could potentially. I don't know what it could get us that would be useful. I'm trying to think of like Hunter and Hunted, but it's like already too late by that time.
Yeah, right.
So
It's
right.
yeah.
I'll go with
hat?
Hunter. Unless there's some reason we wanted stuff in the trash. I don't think so. So
I don't think so.
besides Tachyon, but Tachyon's
Yeah.
Yeah, too new for that.
Right.
I'll do my 4 damage, and then I'll do another 4 damage.
Seems good.
And get my hit point. Go home. And keep looking for my compounded bow.
Yeah.
That I've left somewhere.
Or that Khan just hasn't sent you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess there's the message. I should be just doing my job.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you are. You're just not doing it quite well enough.
All right. I think use an incapacitated ability. Let Tachyon, do you have the gun ready?
the
Yes,
gun's
I believe
ready.
I do.
All right.
That's probably
Do
the
it.
way to go.
Yep.
Got reliable 7 damage.
Yep. Make it happen.
So everybody draw a card, right?
Oh my god.
I mean, look, I'm in the position that I'm very comfortable in. Tell me to deal damage, and I deal damage. That is a good thing.
Exactly. All right, what do we got here?
So my suggestion would be to make play as many ongoings and things that you can until you have as many +1s from your base power. Like save 1-shots to the environment turn.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if I do Okay, so dramatic cliffhanger is what I'm going to do on the end of the environment turn and play the one shots. That's the plan?
Yeah, well, you have to have dramatic cliffhanger in at some point.
Yeah.
So that and either Lembuscad and No Time to Bleed would be good to get out like this turn, I think.
All right.
Video Game Boy says, has a Setting Sun Ra incap been used at all? I don't think so.
No.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
Nope.
no. Nope.
It's still there.
It hasn't.
It is 10 damage. It's true. We could have used that instead of the... If we're short by 3 damage, we know what happened.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Although I will say that had a bug. I don't know if it got fixed or not.
Oh, it was removing the wrong hero from the game. I think that's been fixed.
Okay.
Okay, so is there anything Stuntman at this point you can do that's better than the 7 damage from Tachyon?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think Stuntman is probably going to play Dramatic Cliffhanger this turn, right?
I did. Oh, I didn't. No, it didn't go through.
No, you played No Time to Bleed.
Do we need to
Yep.
go backwards?
Good. But as long as you play Dramatic Cliffhanger this turn by destroying Steal the Scene, then it's okay.
Right.
Okay,
And
so it's
then-
not worth it to have you draw and hope to get...
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the power damage from Tachyon is probably the way to go here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everyone draw a card, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
actually, that's the right way to do it. Have
That
Tachyon
joke is
let-
funny
let
every
Stuntman
time.
just draw a card, or Stuntman draw a card, on the off chance that he gets...
Yeah, he could get something useful, but
Yeah. Definitely Sanction.
Do you want me to just like I can wipe out Voss here?
No,
Okay.
don't worry about boss.
All right. Just checking.
I mean, wiping out Voss is like okay, we've lost the game. Might as well take him out before we lose.
Fair.
Yeah, JCC, I'm amused by that. Rod does that last stand damage, and then someone else is surprised by being melted. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
All right. Dramatic cliffhanger is ready to go.
Okay.
Good.
Well, I think 3 damage is what I have.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I had a sucky draw.
You got a
Give
+1.
OblivAeon a sound beating.
I think Stuntman might have this with a crazy environment dramatic cliffhanger, which is so perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you get to draw a card. Look at
It's so
that.
useful. Yeah. Maybe I'll get... Nope.
You almost got a concept.
Almost. It's kind of like getting a concept.
It's a conceptual way of getting a concept.
Look, now I can make things up twice.
Sure can.
You do want to destroy that, right?
You don't have to now. You can save it until the villain turn and get another +1. Right?
Whenever a non-hero card enters play, you may destroy this card. So yeah, I can save that.
You can save that for the Scion turn.
Yep.
I think.
Hope so.
Because you're already going to use your power this turn with Dramatic Cliffhanger.
Right.
I guess if we know... Yeah.
Yeah, and if you... So draw a card, I think makes sense first.
Yep.
Get some more
Absolutely.
options.
Just what you
And if
wanted.
you use your power, you get that +1 straight away.
Before we play the card. Yeah.
Because that also it gives you +1, then you play a card, so...
Yep. Exactly.
And I was... Kuvexant, if you use that first, and then Violent Escalation will, like, redirect the damage. Like, you reduce the damage Oblivion hits you back with, so...
Yep.
And that's 7 off of 2. I think this is
sure
going to work.
Way to go, stuntman!
So this is the part where it's really important that you don't do the math, because it's more fun if you don't.
You
Yeah,
beautiful
correct.
bastard.
No, he is horribly disfigured.
He is a beautiful bastard! I will hear nothing else!
Yep, we'll hit Voss with this.
Yep.
Right? Because why not?
Sure, why not?
Gets him for Exactsies.
Yeah! See you, boss.
Oh, yeah, because he's got the minuses. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Exactsies.
Do we want to hit
That
Sanction?
locust, I guess.
Yes. Oh, the Locust. Of course.
Yeah, take that
Get
locust.
that for Exactsies, too.
Now, OblivAeon comes at you.
Ansel
no damage.
Monroe- Ansel G. McLean.
Nice. Yippee-ki-yay, mother whoop! Oh, Nixius flipping!
And then it's like dramatic cliffhanger, and now he's falling off the cliff. It didn't
Or the
work.
side of the Nakatomi building, whichever. Sorry,
But wait.
Schlakatomi building.
But wait, there's a fire hose.
Nixius the dental hygiene
Have a
problem.
few laughs.
Come out to the coast,
right, I
we'll get
think-
together.
You don't have any more one-shots to play, do you now?
No, I don't.
So I think the 5 damage is the...
I think the 5 damage is very fair here.
It's not
about
enough,
10?
though.
It's not quite there.
We should have used the raw
Oh
thing.
no!
Yep. Yep, we would have won with the raw thing. Or not lost yet.
Oh, wait. If you get hit by a villain, you get to do a thing.
Yep.
But you're not getting hit. They're hitting other things.
Everything else.
Oh no!
Oh,
Happy Man says, now I have a machine gun. Ho,
Ho,
ho, ho.
ho, ho.
He's at 2 health. And we're not gonna make it unless
No.
something happens here. So lesson is have Ra blow himself up to save the day
mhm.
before Stuntman saves the day.
Well, now hold on. If Faultless is still here, we're all gonna get to use powers, right? Oh, wait. Why did we not get to use powers?
Faultless is in the other.
Oh, he's in the other battle zone!
Yep.
Oh!
That was close.
That was very close.
The multiverse has been destroyed.
Oh, I don't know. We might have been able to do the Stuntman thing another way, but I don't think so. I think it was that 2 damage,
think
that
so.
extra damage from Ra would have
No,
been the
yeah, I
difference.
think we maxed it out there.
I feel like the fact that there's like jaunty Silver Gulch music happening right now is not fitting the mood. All right. Well, is there anything that we didn't cover with regards to sort of how OblivAeon mode works that we want to discuss now? If anybody in the chat has questions that, like, you were like, oh, they didn't really cover this, ask us. We'll try to answer it real quick. Because we're 20 minutes from when we would normally end. It was about a 2 hour and 40 minute game, so.
Baron Blade speedrun?
Baron Blade speedrun.
Berkey Wolf missed it. How did they lose? OblivAeon counted down to 0, which removes an environment, but there were none left to remove.
Right.
So that's when you lose the game.
Yep.
But we
Yeah.
didn't really lose, but because we killed Voss.
It's true.
It's true, we
And
did kill Voss.
One thing we didn't learn is what's Phase 3 like.
Yeah. I guess you'll have to tune into a future stream to find out what that's all about.
If we're lucky.
Right.
Well, our first OblivAeon game was not a win, but he did only have 2 health, and then 120 more.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
exactly.
Doesn't he just hit base 3
Oh, that's
at that
the
point?
easy part, though. Yeah. But yeah, objectives, like the fact that we did not get more objectives, so we didn't get like
Yeah.
any of those character card objectives are really powerful.
Yeah, and actually, so this is something that John and I have talked about too. Is that I've had OblivAeon games where I lose where the shield goes away right away, and sometimes when that happens, that's actually not ideal because you don't end up with enough time to start building up your team, getting enough rewards, so that you don't have enough damage basically to get through the 180 plus the 120 as quickly as you need to before essentially the world ends.
Yeah, you need to be able to deal like
I mean, it's
300 damage, right, in 10 rounds.
Yeah, it's a shield for OblivAeon, but it's also a bit of a shield for the heroes too, because it's just it's an objective that needs to be accomplished, but it sort of buys you time in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Citizen says, it feels like the lost screen should just be a quiet quit to the desktop. This is not the actual lost screen to OblivAeon. We haven't built that yet. We're in the process of building that. As Christopher has said, and I believe Adam has said, the fight with OblivAeon is the final boss battle. And don't misunderstand us, that it will feel that way whether you win or lose in the video game as well. This is just the first time we've ever played it publicly. There's still a lot of work to do. We promise that it'll be an experience when you play it at home, no matter whether you win or lose. You will see, for sure.
Exactly.
Uninstalls the game and deletes your computer. That's exactly right.
I mean, a simple Alt F4 should do it.
Yeah. Video Game Boy asks, do you think you'll ever survive to stage 3 in a future stream? We'll win the game in a future stream.
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh, it'll happen. I've
won the
already
game.
promised that the first time that I do this on Tales from the Archive, it's going to be Guys Kills the Multiverse.
Do we get any endgame stats, heroes lost and stuff? Yes, we do have plans for there to be some things like showing which heroes were incapacitated. We have not finalized any of that yet, but we are working on it. So
Yeah, we didn't want to wait for that sort of stuff to have to show it on screen. So that'll be for as we continue to build it.
Indeed. All right. Did we want to do like a quick speed run?
Sure.
Of a single?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I already quit.
Get back in here, John.
That's fine.
Get
just come
back in
back.
here.
Deadline speedrun?
You'll need to start a new game or something so I could get back in.
Oh, you can get into Sentinels number 1?
Oh, hang on. Let me see. Takewalker says, I don't think he ever automatically destroys his environment just by himself. I mean, he does view cases on his card, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. All right. Let me get back into multiplayer. What is our speed run?
I'm just shuffling. Everybody else can feel free to shuffle too. At some point, we'll just sort of start.
It didn't start. It tried to go into the game and then failed. Probably because you're shuffling too much.
Oh.
Or because maybe there's a problem with OblivAeon and the game not ending. So maybe start a new room.
All right, I will start a new room.
I will make a note of that.
Oh,
All right, Justice Comics 158.
As you might imagine, testing something where you have to play a whole game through to get to the bug is tedious. So we'll see about that.
Oh, but it's so much fun.
Now feel free to play whatever you want.
I say we just keep hitting randomize until someone the first person in the chat types stop.
I mean, I've already found, like, we're definitely playing Baron Blade at Maerynian Refuge. So once
Okay.
you're all ready.
Locked in. I'm happy with Writhe.
Boom. All right, so we are playing Baron Blade. What mockery is this? How dare you impersonate the great Baron Blade? Tell me I was not so foolish as to fail to recognize the temporal displacement. The coral scattering alone should have been obvious. So we got Luminary versus Baron Blade here at Maerynian Refuge. We got Fanatic, Writhe, and Benchmark. All right, we got a mobile defense platform. Hasten Doom. Slash and Burn. All right, I'm going to Hasten Victory. Yeah, I'll play the top card. Why not? Ooh, look at that Doomsday device right out of the bat. It's not useful yet, but we'll get there. Saber battle drone.
I don't know if you'll get there in a speed run.
We'll see. Ye of little faith. Oh, right, there's no music. Hang on, let me get some music going.
There you go. And the day's ready to go. Don't play anything that sticks around.
Should I play some Coheed and Cambria?
Yes.
No.
Oh no, it'll get killed.
Yeah, we'll get like a copyright strike. Let me find.
You gotta get a sound alike.
Yeah, what's a good one? Yeah, we did that one a lot. We'll do
That mobile defense platform is getting blown up. You don't need to hit it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't. And now I'm just like misplaying. Oh well, whatever. Don't care. Speed run. Sure. I don't know. That. Me playing things. It doesn't matter. It's gonna get blown up.
So some show
ahead,
notes.
Ben.
Oh, you know what? That was actually the perfect time for me to play the trailer again, which I should have done, but I didn't.
Oh yeah.
We'll play. It'll be going live on YouTube right after this, so follow us on YouTube and Twitter and all those places to see that. Some show notesy things. I will not be around for the rest of the month. I did 2 weeks in a row, so next week and the week after I will be away. Next week I'm going to be in St. Lucia, and the week after that I'm going to be at a Coheed and Cambria concert. What?
Stop, Jeremy. Just I hate
With my
you so
son.
much.
Very excited. And then I'll be back with you in March. Who knows? Will there be more OblivAeon stuff between now and then? Maybe there will. You should just tune in every week to find out. There goes the mobile defense platform. Lots of things destroyed.
Oh yeah. Of course, now there's a backlash field.
Squall Guard.
I can take it to backlash field if you like.
There you go.
Thanks, Citizen. As I think I mentioned, this is the first actual just me and my wife vacation we've taken literally since we had kids 12, almost 13 years ago, which we were like, wait, that can't be real. Really? We've seriously never taken a vacation with the two of us since then, and we really haven't, and it's crazy to think about. Yeah, I am going to, once again, hasten victory.
Hey, Jeremy, so I found something better to drink than that horrible stuff from last time.
Oh, yeah?
Turns out there is a place that actually makes pisco in Argentina. Like probably the only one up in Mendoza. And so I've been enjoying that.
Nice.
And the other stuff, stay on the shelf.
It's Sparky Wolf's birthday. Oh, it's tomorrow's your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Sparky Wolf.
Oh, I was gonna say, does that mean we all have to sing a disparate song?
No, they fixed that. The
There have to be 2 birthdays now.
The company that was claiming
yeah,
that was a thing is not a
birthdays.
thing anymore.
How do you enjoy mixing that? Is it like, do you do like a left-right thing, or?
Yeah, it's actually really, really easy. I just
Okay.
separate it into 2 channels and then run one most of the way left and the other one most of the way right. I guess I should play a card, huh?
You should try like crossing them over in their choruses or something.
I did that too, yeah. Come on. Get out there. There we go. Umbral Siphon. Good draw.
I love playing this game with people who know how to use the new heroes because I don't. And so it's like, if I'm trying to show off how the new heroes play, it's like, yeah, I don't actually know how the new heroes play.
So,
Oh, well.
I kind of lucked into any kind of knowledge with Writhe because I just really, really like the way he plays.
Right on.
Actually, Doug and I were talking about that on a lost episode of Adjacent Hex because Doug's recording got halfway deleted. And so it'll never be heard. But we both really like Writhe.
I really like Akish Thraya, but she's really hard to show against Oblivion because she's all about interaction with the environment deck.
Yeah,
and
totally.
When those aren't really a thing because they just go away.
Yeah, the only of the new heroes that I have played to any reasonable extent and I really enjoy is Luminary, not surprisingly. Both of the Luminaries,
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really like the way both of the Luminaries play, and it's super fun. Yeah, yes, Siren? I don't know, they were talking about that was Gaelic or something. I don't know how do you say that.
Yeah,
But
it's a hard C. It's a hard C.
Kieran?
Kieran, I think.
Kieran?
There you go.
Kieran. There you go.
But not like
But not like a hobbit? Okay, so,
not like a leprechaun.
Kieran. Kieran. I don't know. There's I-E and then Y. That feels like it should be two different sounds. Anyway, yes, I like playing Luminary is the thing.
Yeah, Brian Wolfond points out an Oblivion game doesn't really allow you to explore.
Yeah,
the heroic
totally.
space.
Right, exactly.
It's more of like just trying to make stuff happen with the limited amount of time you might have with the hero. Like, hey, keep shooting that hairdryer every turn.
Exactly. Get so obsessed with that you miss the other thing you can do that does 4 damage and lose the game.
Yeah. That was the only thing that we got us that close, though. So
Yeah.
And I don't know if we would have been able to manage the third side. We would have had to like grab a legacy or someone.
Yeah, we were not in a good place for that.
Especially with no environments left. You're running on fumes at that point.
Yeah, totally.
All right. I don't want to play any of these cards, so I won't.
Skip.
Well, I can hit Baron Blade with Divine Sacrifice. That's fine. And I could hit one of your devices if you want me to blow it up, but your backlash generator is going to hit me, and that's mean.
Yeah.
The hairdryer is the best card. Play it.
Yep.
It's definitely in the like top tier rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a big fan of the T-Rex, though.
Oh my god, a T-Rex is so
T-Rex
good.
is so good.
Top tier. The OblivAeon Shard for me. The Mecha Knight Ultra Strike. If you can get
That one's just fun, yeah.
Yeah.
that and the OblivAeon Shard, like game over.
Yeah, you get that and an OblivAeon Shard and anything else that can boost the damage, frankly. Like, I find that finding the right person to put that on is really a tricky thing for
Those
me.
spell guards like help us out. Don't hit them.
Got it?
They are our friends. They hit the villains.
I also really like Omni Unity, but again, that's another one of those ones where it's like, you got to be in a scenario where there's a lot of targets that can deal damage and you get some
I didn't
boosts.
click on that.
Yeah, you destroyed the Shadow Cloak. Each target dealt damage this way. Deals
It's
dealt
each
damage.
target? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
And so Baron Blade hits me. Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome.
Yeah, Legato, Cursor, and Chronomus were a huge help in our game. Yeah, I mean, obviously there aren't any rewards that are like bad on the face of it.
Right.
Because otherwise they wouldn't be rewards. But
There's one that kind of is bad, but the last wager, meager winnings. But it's not. It still helps you. It's just meager.
yeah, it's meager, right? I will say I'm bummed that we didn't end up with Lucky Break, especially with Agent Mishap in the stream tonight. I find that Lucky Break tends to really make my games. Like any game that I can get that out in, the ability to just get random card plays from everyone potentially at the end of a turn is super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's lots of really good combos with the rewards. Like some of them are just like really good on their own, but a lot of them combine super well. Or
Yeah,
with a certain hero, they're really good.
And just because I've been playing so much OblivAeon lately, I don't know if I said this on the stream or if this was something I said earlier, but like OblivAeon, like the whole like environment Scion, OblivAeon phase can feel really long. We didn't end up with any tonight that were like, OblivAeon kills a locust and then plays a card and that deals everyone damage and then it kills another locust and then like we didn't end up with any completely ridiculous ones. But that being said, That
Luminary use of power.
Yeah, I'm doing it. That is somewhat offset by the fact that if you get some good rewards, the hero cards can end up kind of feeling like that is a thing that also happens.
Stop dealing damage. Don't hit the Squall Guards. The Squall Guards are our friends.
I keep getting outvoted. There we go. All right. But yeah, you can get a lot of hero turns that end up lasting like 3 rounds worth of stuff. So that is a thing that can happen in OblivAeon for sure. All right, Baron Blade. This is an environment I haven't played much, actually. I don't know what Squall Guards do or what Stormspeaker does.
They hit the bad guys, so don't stop hitting them.
I keep voting against hitting them, but...
You chose to hit them with your regression turret.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The answer you wanted to vote for there was Jeremy was yes.
Oh. I read that as, should you hit them, yes or no? Whoops.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. It's late. I've been streaming for 3 hours. It's all fine. Damage, yes. Damage, no. That's as far as I go.
I mean, you know, it's fine.
I'm a poet, and I didn't even
It's
know.
Baron Blade. You can do whatever you want. We'll probably win anyway.
Don't worry about hitting the Blade Battalion. I can final dive them into Baron Blade.
That seems good.
Alright, what's Stormspeaker? Reduce damage dealt by weather effects by 1 at the start of the environment turn. You may destroy weather effect if no cards are destroyed this way. Play that part of the environment deck. Interesting.
He's fine too.
Alright.
He's not good. He's not bad. He's just okay.
Alright, I have 12 in the trash. So I'm going to play the Death Laser, and then I'm going to do this. Getting closer. Almost got 15.
The Squall Guards are actually going to kill the Blade Battalion for us. If I don't have anything besides. But Final Dive is better. So.
Takewalker says, hey, since OblivAeon's over, I wanted to mention, I guess Aeon's End is running a new Kickstarter. That's right. Aeon's End, The New Age, something like that, is on Kickstarter now. If you go to Kickstarter and search Aeon's End, you will find it. I could probably find that
John's
link.
internet die?
It could have. It's certainly a thing that could have happened. I'm gonna get the link to this Kickstarter real quick. Sign in.
There you go.
Log me in. But yeah, one of the cool things in the new Aeon's End Kickstarter, The New Age, is that there is a new sort of campaign mode that they've come up with, which would be super cool for sure in the video game someday. We've got a lot of stuff to get through before we actually do that. But it's something we're trying to do. Yeah, it looks like John's internet might be... Yeah, I don't want to reassign him. I want to see if he can join. Oh, he did join back. Fantastic. Are you back, John?
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Apparently, internet stopped working here. But my phone works, so I tethered at the end of the stream.
Ah, see,
There you
that's
go.
dedication right there.
The power didn't go out, so...
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely worried that ours might, because we're in the middle of a snowstorm here. But
It did
no.
here 3 weeks ago in the middle of the stream.
oh yeah,
2 weeks ago, I guess. There's like a huge thunderclap, and then the power went out. It was very dramatic.
Where is John at this week, says Balui.
I am still in Buenos Aires for another 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, John and I are going to be geographically closer than
Can
we
we-
are almost any time in the year in the next week, because I'm going to be just off the coast of South America.
my game glitched. Can we back up to play a card?
Yeah.
We can.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't move the card that I wanted to play for some reason.
I mean, I liked you killing both Skull Guards.
Yeah, that seemed not wise.
I mean, we'd be fine. We don't need them.
We'd be fine. We don't need them, but There you go, Baron.
I mean, Tempest isn't here to see it. It's not a big deal.
It's true. He's off doing Tempest stuff.
Yeah.
Tempest doesn't like to hang out here.
He's waiting in line to get tickets to a Katy Perry concert.
That tracks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
That also sounds like something Jeremy would do.
Thank you, Sparky Wolf. Yes, that is definitely something I would do. That or Coheed and Cambria. Those are the two places I would wait for tickets.
God, I'm so angry that the tickets are going up like right now, and the SCRPG Kickstarter is live.
Yeah, so the show that's in Boston, I'm literally flying to San Diego that week for my sister to get married. So, like, there's no way I could come to Boston to see Coheed and Cambria with you, unfortunately. I would love to, because, oh my god, I cannot wait to hear more of these songs live.
Ed Sheeran is playing here the day before we leave, and we're considering going. How much? Here's a guess. How much do you think a ticket is to go see Ed Sheeran here in Buenos Aires?
Local currency or U.S. dollars?
In U.S. dollars, converted. Roughly. Just ballpark. What do you think?
$25.
$50.
$50.
$50?
Yeah, $50.
There you go.
It's pretty good for a big name like that.
Yeah.
So I was reading that his tickets are like cheaper than everyone's, and he's doing well with that.
Yeah, his prices have been really reasonable from what I understand.
But like going to a show like that back home, I don't know about Ed Sheeran. I guess if their tickets are cheaper usually, but like between $100 and $200.
Yeah, I can see that.
The price you would expect to pay.
Oh yeah, no, the two like not even floor, but like just off the floor tickets that I got to go see Katy Perry that I took my daughter to see were $120 each, I think.
Oof.
I think I paid like $150 for next to the side stage for Motley Crue on the final tour.
Oh wow.
Like that was crazy. Now we got to high five and shake hands with all four band members.
Nice.
And Nikki Sixx and Mick Mars gave us guitar picks, but like.
Oh yeah, no. Like when I went to St. Louis to see Coheed and Cambria with Christopher, and we got like the platinum package where we like get to meet the band and get a thing signed, and you get a 1-song acoustic set before the thing. Those were more than $120 each.
Right. But it's like a different experience.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Which is funny because like every time we go see Andrew McMahon, it's a like I think it's $80 total, and 60 of that goes to the Dear Jack Foundation for the meet and greet.
Oh wow.
Oh,
which is
Baron
rad.
Blade. Hate you.
Like we will do that every single time. Well, I don't mind blowing these up. I'll get the cloak back.
I don't mind taking damage, so up to you.
That's true. Yeah, you can keep those.
Okay, fine. I'll just have to keep those in.
Yep, seems fine.
Great.
Oh no.
Goodbye, devices.
I'm gonna lose all my things.
Sorry.
You want them in your trash, don't you?
Well, except for the one that is powered by the things in my trash. Yes.
You shouldn't have played it then.
All right.
Leave it in your pocket till it's ready. And the hurricane shield is helping us out.
Yeah.
Keep your comments in your
All right,
pocket.
how about this? We'll do this, and then this, and then this.
There you go. Look at you're all prepared.
Yeah.
Baron Blade Luminary is always ready.
How dare you look at me with that face that looks like my face?
Oh,
I
but you're
will shoot
wasting
you.
damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna waste it because it was worth it to shoot that imposter in the face. I don't even care. Boom. Ugly purple suit. What is that made of? Like weird floor panels and like duct tape?
For those who don't know, Jeremy is being self-referential.
I am. Let me see if I can find a picture of it to link to. Where's my Gen Con folder?
I mean, I thought you were just playing the Shade from Future Self card.
No, it's this one. Wait, is it?
Where's my pictures of my guy?
All right, what do we got here? Nope. That's
Man, was
not
that
gonna help.
2015? Man, that was a long time ago.
Yes, it was. Because it was the year before Alex and I started going.
That was a while ago.
It
Not
was.
this Alex. This is my buddy Alex.
No,
Baboon
it
Alex.
was the year before I started going.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
so,
I
yes.
thought you just actually remembered that, but that's okay.
Nope, I was referring to the baboon.
I will stop giving you credit then.
Zach's been stalking you, Alex.
I mean, we were citizens together,
Okay.
It's true.
so give him some credit.
But it's not. Is it citizens now, and it's not, or it's not citizens anymore? I can't remember how the terminology has been changing.
So, basically, both of us have risen through the ranks. Alex slightly higher than me. Alex is at hero rank, and I am at sidekick rank at this point.
Right.
Baboon Alex is still citizen rank.
Okay, so there still are citizens, but now there's also
Yes.
sidekicks and other things, right?
Yes. In a nutshell.
Yeah.
There's more nuance to it, but because I think Russ and one of his friends were sidekicks to begin with, because that was the only rank at the time.
Yeah. Well, they're like, yeah,
The old guard.
basically.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, so
I
here
am
is a link to.
Russ is like in Russ tier. He's just in his own bubble.
I mean,
Yeah.
Russ is special.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so that is a link to
And
Baron
those
Blade
Squall guys,
attacking
those
his
are doing
creator.
great.
I mean, we're all in the Cult of Gloom gen aggro. You can't tell because I'm always drinking out of this boiled for safety mug that I got, but it's just IPA. It's not true.
Is your IPA boiled for safety?
My IPA is boiled for safety.
Well, you know how you make hard liquor is you just take an IPA, you just boil out all the water,
That's
and
true.
what's left? Yeah, that's totally how that works.
Beer is just whiskey that hasn't made it yet.
Actually, my cousin and I started talking on Saturday about making a special Cult of Gloom IPA that is indeed green.
Nice.
I mean,
Yep.
that would be pretty cool.
Baron Blade
Yeah.
is really trying to
Yeah, he's trying to bring it here.
bring it, but he's not going to do it.
Where is it? Come on.
You can skip these if you want. We'll live.
Yes, Johnny Splat,
Yep.
that was me. And yes, Kieran, it was
Maybe
really tall.
We might not live.
I was at least
We might not.
9.5
Well,
or 10 feet tall.
We got the hurricane shield. We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
So in the legs of that costume are drywall stilts, which are basically like, they add like, I don't know, 2 to 3 feet to my height. And then I sort of had like the legs of the suit wrapped around them.
Right.
Yeah, in fact, here, I'll show another picture. This is me next to Jennifer, who was doing Gloomweaver. And so this will give you an idea of exactly how tall I was. Once I get that, hang on, I got to do another thing before that happens. Yeah.
I don't know if the next iteration of the setback costume is going to be ready by Gen Con this year. I just don't think I'm going to have enough money. Because the next iteration is, of course, the RPG costume. And that one's a little bit more complicated. Although I'm super excited that it's not going to have the mask. The mask is so annoying. I am somewhat attached to it at this point because it's the one piece of the costume that no matter which version of the setback costume I'm in, I still use the homemade version because it just feels like something Pete Risk would do.
Yeah.
Well, it's always the struggle. Anyone with glasses, like glasses,
Right.
and any face costume just kind of sucks.
Yeah. So these are not prescription. These are just safety glasses, but I do wear them at conventions because there's screens everywhere and my head will often start to hurt. So yeah,
Right.
when I do wear the mask, it drives me nuts.
And just to finalize it, here is a picture of myself doing Luminary and Krista doing Night Mist. So check that out because that is super awesome. She did a great job with her Night Mist cosplay.
She really did. That was a cool set of, like, was that the one where we just randomly found a green screen at PAX East?
We
and
did.
started taking pictures in costume.
Yep. In fact, let me get here. I'll grab a group shot because that is a thing that is also a thing that happened with Zach doing his setback. Copy Dropbox link. So this is the whole group. So this is myself as Luminary, Zach as Setback, Krista as Night Mist, and I don't remember her name. Emily as Unity. I just know her as her handle,
Misa
which is
Cosplay.
Misa Cosplay. Right. Doing Unity. All right, excellent. So thank you everybody for joining us. That was your first look at OblivAeon, as well as a quick follow-up game there with Baron Blade. That is going to do it for another episode of Handelabra Live. Thank you, special guests Zach and Alex, for joining us tonight and helping us show off the new mode. We super appreciate it. Taking your time out of your Tuesday night. I should probably turn off the second music because there's all kinds of crazy things happening. All right. Sentinels of the Multiverse, of course, is the only cooperative comic book card game that you should be playing. Thank you for joining us. We have streams every Tuesday, Friday. I got other musics continuing to play. Hang on a second.
Friday.
There we go.
Sunday.
Friday,
Monday.
Sunday, Monday. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Come check us out here at twitch.tv/Handelabra Games. Please do like, share, follow, and subscribe. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and Steam, and always in good old analog cardboard and ink. And you can find the demo at sentinelsdigital.com. Zach, where can people find you on the internet this week?
People can find me, twitter.com/DENONCZD. Facebook.com/another letdown, ghostshipradio.com, and I stream retro games on twitch.tv/another letdown Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Right on. And Alex, is there anywhere that you would like to send people to find you?
I mean, you can always find me at Greater Games HQ if you want to come to St. Louis. Otherwise, I am at twitter.com/URIELCHAEL. That is my personal Twitter, not my work Twitter.
So what he says there is not representative of Greater Than Games.
Correct. Yada. I don't say anything too offensive, I hope. But,
Yeah, you should definitely not follow my Twitter if you don't want to be offended. That is for sure.
Oh, I definitely follow you.
All right,
Jake Walker, I will let you know if that is the case, if Alex does indeed sleep at GGG, because I'm going down there in April.
Right on. All right, well, thank you, everybody. I'm Jeremy. Joining me, as always, is John. Say goodnight, John.
Good night. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you. Well, some of us will see you next week. Not me, because I'm going to be on vacation. All right, good night.